hell yeah! You're watching The Dusty Show! Let's fucking do it!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday night! And if you are never, ever, forever, gonna die for Israel, let me goddamn hear you say it! Woo! Welcome, universe, to the show the establishment doesn't want you to see. It's the establishment, shitlibs! It's The Dusty Show. The fuck is up, everybody? High energy, baby. We gotta roll through it. Everything you need to know that happened in the last 72 hours. In 2 hours, we're gonna do it tonight. And shadow banned everywhere. People continuously mention me, and they're like, Dusty, I haven't seen a video posted of yours on YouTube in like 10 years. Yeah, I know, right? They cut my shit off like a fucking switch. I saw on Facebook like 2 people commented on my show I posted tonight. That never fucking happened. So they're shadow banned all over the place, but that's okay. Those of you who love me are here to go through this together. And hey, we're going to do it, folks. Fast, rapidly, but together. So I didn't do anything this weekend, folks. I literally just worked on the show. Man, it's so hard to determine what's real and what's not real anymore. So much false information going around from all sides. Not just Israel this time. A lot of like pro-Iranian people just posting fake shit all over the place. So it took a lot of time to sort through all this. A lot of time to put the show together. But I literally just glued to my computer all fucking weekend trying to make this shit happen. So I did it. I made it happen just for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into this long motherfucker. Here he is. Long show. All this. Most of this is about the war tonight, folks. About to get a crash course in it. But as always, let me beg you for money real quick. Hey, I'm an independent journalist. My name is Dusty Smith. And behind me is the super chat. You click on this button, the dollar sign by the chat, and it pops up. Super chats, and you donate money, and then I read your comments. Super chat. You know how it works. You're very smart. You'll figure it out. Help me out if you can, if you like what I do. And also PayPal, super chats, all of it above me. I think that's even the wrong one. There you go. That's the one AJ made for me. Fuck yeah, AJ. PayPal, you'll figure it out. QR codes, you know how it works. All right, let's get this show, folks. Let's get it the fuck going. I made a new intro for this. Oh, man, I have a feeling I'm going to be using this intro a lot. Suck shit. Let's do it. It's time to check out War! And yeah, they started, I don't want to say World War III. I've used that a few times in the past, but definitely war, not good. Another forever war. This time, Iran. You might be wondering, hey, was Iran any threat to us? No, of course not. But Israel don't like them, of course. We are run by Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu is our president, so we have to spend all our money. We have to let our soldiers get killed. We have to murder children, once again, for Israel, because we're the bad guys. Let's jump into the lead up to the war. Donald Trump, before he started bombing Iran, they interfered in the 2020 election. It was stolen. It was Venezuela, it was China, and it was Iran. No evidence, but no evidence needed. He could just kill anybody he wants to. He can literally start wars. Now, he's not supposed to be able to do this. War powers are supposed to be congressional, right? Congress has to vote for war. But it's a dictatorship now. He can do tariffs. He can do war. He can do anything, baby. He can just murder drug traffickers. It's all good. There are no rules anymore. So his first excuse, this is one of many on why he's attacking Iran. Election stolen. Somehow Iran interfered in our election. Don't think about it. Don't ask questions. Just believe it. And let me bankrupt you, dummies. And then it was revealed in the Epstein files. Jeffrey Epstein was warning people that if Donald Trump gets cornered, he's going to attack Iran. And he was Donald Trump's best friend, so he fucking knows. He's like, yeah, if he's cornered like a rat, he would begin global distraction by bombing Iran. Just believe me, that's what it says here in this Epstein file. So, hey, Epstein, he's the fucking expert, right? Him and Trump, so close. They're basically were fucking kids together, I guess, right? So he would know. Then, right before Donald Trump spent $1 trillion. Yes, they spent $1 trillion or so this weekend, folks. Why not? Hey, we're the dumbest people that ever lived. Why not just spend $1 trillion? Where he did that? He was partying at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. Woo! I'm about to take us into war, forever wars. I'm going to bankrupt us. Speeding up the bankruptcy of America. I'm going to get all y'all killed. Woo! Hell yeah, baby. Doing my double jacking off somebody dance. Party time, excellent, in the Let Them Eat Cake administration. And then right before he started bombing this shit, I actually told you guys, remember the last show, I was like, oh, hey, apparently we go into war with Iran tonight, right after the stock market closes, because he doesn't want to affect the stock market, of course. Boom, we going to bomb Iran. And once again, Dusty was right about everything. How do I keep doing it? It's almost like I just read what they say they're going to do, and then they do it. No, I'm psychic. Believe me, Dusty. Don't do that, cat. Already. Don't be unhelpful. Fat motherfucker. No. All right. Then he got out there and he was like, hey, some of you motherfuckers are going to have to die for Israel. But that is a risk I'm willing to take.
Seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost and we may have casualties.
Might.
That often happens in war.
Does happen.
But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future. And it is a noble mission.
So noble.
We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives
for
to
Israel
ensure that Americans and our children...
You're literally risking your life for a pedophile. Trump, not only is he Israel's bitch, and he's doing this because he does everything they say, but Epstein file cover-up, that's what it's all about, folks. He'd rather murder a bunch of kids in Iran than let you guys know about the kid he's fucking in America or Epstein Island or wherever he's fucking the kids. So, yeah, he did the Lord Fuckwart meme. He literally did the meme.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
And me too, baby. Hey, like, I don't want to seem insensitive, but I got to say, like, if you get killed because of Israel and Donald Trump wanting to be a pedophile, that's a little bit on you. A little bit on you. I got to say, it might be the dumbest possible thing you could die for. But hey, if you're that fucking stupid, oh well, you fucking terrorists. That's what you are, American troops, pretty much. You guys just murdered 150 kids in Iran, little girls, right? You're terrorists. You're bombing a country. And is that country? Does that country have leadership that's good? No. Are we the world's police? Unfortunately, but should we be? No. Do we have the moral authority to be? No. Should we bankrupt our own country for these forever wars? No. If you guys want your government overthrown, overthrow it, just like us, like in America. Is it some other country's business to come over here and murder Trump and overthrow our government just because they're Nazis and shit? No, it's not. It's on to fucking us, baby. And the same with Iran. I don't want to go bankrupt. I don't want to have another 9/11 happen here. Already had a terrorist attack happen here, but it doesn't matter, folks. It's Israel, right? Israel has wanted this. Israel got what they wanted. And so they did it. U.S. and Israel began massive bombing in Iran.
What we're learning now, a joint operation between...
Joint operation! Pew, 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 pew! Donald Trump!
A short time ago,
I murdered some children. And yes, they did. First off, footage from the U.S. Navy destroyer U.S. McFools. Bunch of terrorist sacks of shit. Kicking shit off by shooting missiles at little girls. Yeah. We are the baddies, folks. We are an evil regime. We are demons wearing skin suits. And here you go. Every one of these is like, I don't know, 20 fully paid college educations for Americans. But no, we can't have nice things, folks. We can't have health care. We can't have cancer research for children because we got to murder them. 40 children killed in U.S.-Israeli strike in Iran. The number has been bumped up to over 150 now. So apparently, I don't know if they did this on purpose or not. Who knows? We're dealing with literal psychopaths, just murdering terrorists. So who knows if they murdered all these kids on purpose or accidental? Apparently, it used to be next to a Iranian base or something. I don't know. Of course, they tried to blame this on the Iranians, but apparently most of the experts say it was clearly either the Israelis or the United States government that did this. Even ChatGPT. You could trust ChatGPT. Fuck them. Even they said it was probably Iran or U.S. Anyway, same shit. We're considering Iran, folks. More child murder, more death, more war crimes, more terrorism. From the most evil human beings on the planet, pedophiles, literally murdering children to cover up their pedophilia. That's where we're at, folks. They'll put you in jail if you don't pay for it. And yes, he's a war criminal, folks. Here are the little bags of these little girls blown apart with blood all over their backpacks. Yep, here we go.
Blood-soaked backpacks of these little children. You just can't hate these people enough. You can't. And yeah, like, I might seem un-American for wishing this government collapses, but I think it's very American. If your government is not functioning properly, if it's run by pedophiles who are murdering children to cover their pedophilia, I think that it's patriotic to want them to collapse so you can build something that you'll be proud of in its fucking place, right? But I guess I'm a domestic terrorist for that. Not the people killing the children, not the people raping the children. Me, for not wanting this to happen. I'm the domestic terrorist in this country now. And Tehran, which is the capital of Iran, being carpet bombed because this is how you win hearts and minds. This is how you free people. Whole thing going up in fucking smoke, just like they did Gaza, just like they did Palestine. Here they are, Israel going genocidal terror after failing to achieve regime change. Boom, 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 baby. All that money being spent. My guesstimation, $1 trillion this weekend alone. We're already $40 trillion in debt. Why not endlessly spend on this? And we're just fucking getting started. They try to make you think just like Russia said, oh, it's going to be a 2-day war with Ukraine. Nope. It sure the fuck ain't. And they're bombing everywhere, folks. Here's Israel. They're bombing Beirut. They're bombing all kinds of fucking places over there. Like, the entire region is exploding. Lebanon. That's the word I was thinking of. They're also bombing Lebanon. They're bombing all across the Middle East. Full-scale war. But they also killed Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Good. Like, I gotta say, it's a very complicated situation. Is it good? This sack of shit is dead. Yeah, he's a fucking murderous dictator. He killed like 20 to 30,000 of his own people because they were trying to protest him. It's good that he's dead, right? But also, what happens next? They're just going to put somebody else right in his place, another member of his regime right in his place that we're going to have to take out another couple years. Meanwhile, chaos. Meanwhile, trillions of dollars will be spent. Meanwhile, murdering of innocent civilians, little children. Meanwhile, blowback to a fucking America. Terrorist attacks. Already at least 6 soldiers dead. Probably way more than that because this administration can't do anything but fucking lie. They're probably going to dribble out the numbers higher and higher as it goes on. They're claiming 6 for now, but I don't fucking believe it. They also got former President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad assassinated, killed his ass. I guess anybody that might dare stick their neck out and be next in line, they're going to cut that shit off. So who you got to negotiate with? If there's no leadership, who's going to do a ceasefire? Nobody's going to do that, right? Nobody's going to fucking step up to the plate, which I guess is the point, just chaos, right? Give them permission to keep doing this over and over and over again. They basically beheaded the government. But the government already sent plans out ahead of time. If we get beheaded, then there's like thousands of terrorist cells all across Iran, all armed with thousands of missiles. And they're just ordered just to fire their missiles until the clip is fucking empty. All autonomously. All separately. How you going to stop all that? You're not. It doesn't seem like. Seems bad to me. And then, folks, 3 F-15s got shot down. This is fully loaded with missiles and shit. $350 million gone in an instant, like fucking that. You know how much education that would pay for? You know how much healthcare that would pay for? You know how many school lunches that would pay for? It doesn't matter. We are the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. They're bleeding us the fuck dry. I guess they've accelerated their plans to bankrupt the country. I guess it wasn't happening fast enough, so they have to kick that shit into high gear. And they say Kuwait, who was supposed to be our ally, accidentally shot down 3 F-15s, y'all. Crazy ass shit. During active combat that included attacks from Iranian aircraft, ballistic missiles, and drones, the U.S. Air Force fighter jets were mistakenly shot down by Kuwaiti air defenses. How does that happen? How do they knock 3 F-15s out of the sky? I think that's more than's ever been knocked out of the sky in any conflict ever. But on accident, Kuwait did it, folks. Here's some footage of it. About $120 million each just falling out of the fucking sky. Yay! There's your tax dollars. All those hours you spend at your job, working your ass off, doing something you fucking hate, just so you won't go to jail. This is what they're spending on, folks. Just wasting it. Wasting every fucking dollar. Then they got this guy, apparently, and they put him in the back of their SUV. And they're like trying to figure out what to do to him. 1 minute. I guess they took him to the hospital. Supposedly, they're allies, so I don't fucking know. Seems weird. They shot 3 planes down, but yeah, here he is. And they walked up to him. They helped him out and shit. Had a pipe at first, and he's like, hey, don't kill me. But, you know, you're over there bombing little children and shit. So, oh, no, you guys do whatever you want to be honest with you. And then a female also lost her F-15. Here are the Kuwaitis running up to her and thanking her for helping them. They ain't helping you. They're murdering little kids.
You're fine? Really? You need something to help you? No problem. You're safe.
She seems pretty happy about it.
You're safe. Everything good?
Yeah. I love murdering children.
Thank you for
I love bombing innocent people.
Everything
I love risking my life for pedophiles, bankrupting our country. And yeah, basically, these are the people they are. I miss you, but I need to go to Iran to kill the kids like you. If I don't, the people who rape kids like you might go to jail. Yep, I have to risk my life. I love the pedophiles ruling us more than I love my own children. I will risk dying for the pedophiles. I will murder children for the pedophiles. But I'm a hero. No, you're not. No, you're not. Sorry. Sorry, not fucking sorry. Bunch of fucking terrorists. If you die for Trump, fucking good. Sorry. Not sorry. And then, of course, Trump trying so hard to recreate that picture of Obama when he got Osama bin Laden. So they created a new war room in Mar-a-Lago. They literally took one of the cabins and they put like black curtains up. And they're trying to make look he's a serious wartime leader. Looks like fucking shit. Looks like a overcooked steamed ham. Dude could be dropping dead any fucking second now. Looking bad, Trump. Looking real bad. But yeah, 6 dead, 18 service member injured in Iran operation, and that's all they're admitting to so far. Probably way more than that. Once again, they lie like they breathe. But yeah, imagine, folks. I regret to inform you that your son was a loser. He didn't call troops suckers and losers. And like, I hate to say it, folks, but he's sort of right. Like, when he's right, he's right. I got to give it to him. If you die for Donald Trump, if you die because pedophiles want to rape children and cover it up, then you are a sucker and a loser, right? Who could argue with that? Do you deserve to die if you give your life for pedophiles? Yeah, you do. Sorry. I don't give a fuck, y'all. Whatever. Clip chimp it. And I agree with this guy. Imagine joining the military and then dying to help Trump protect pedophiles. But they will, folks. They're going to die in droves. They got to convince poor Americans to die in droves for the pedophiles. Military, I don't want you guys to die. I don't want you guys to suffer. I don't want to get your bits blown off. But if you go over there and shoot at somebody else and they shoot back at you, it's a little bit on you, to quote Louis C.K. That's just the fucking truth. And you're like, what are you going to do, Dusty? Quit? Yes. Yes, I want you to quit. Throw their whole career away. Yes. If you join a terrorist organization that is murdering children to cover for pedophiles, fucking quit. What the shit, dude? I don't care what benefits you're getting. I don't care how much money you're getting. I don't care if you'll get in trouble for it. If you have any empathy, if you have a soul, if you have an ounce of humanity in you, fucking quit. And if you don't and you get killed, oh well, oopsies. So, of course, Iranians return fucking fire, folks. This is crazy, like something from a movie. Video of ballistic missiles being launched from Iran. Look at this fucking shit. The final countdown. Crazy shit, y'all. And this was what was so hard about putting the show together. People putting game footage out there, AI footage, all kinds of shit. So I'm having to sort through all this shit to try to figure out what's real and what's not real. Very difficult. Hopefully, everything I showed you tonight is actually real. I did the best I could. You guys seen how fast these fucking hypersonic missiles are? This shit crazy. Now, I read they only have less than 100 of these. But what the fuck? I know every one of these can't be one of those because they ain't got that fucking many. I don't even know what all this shit is, but craziness. Like thunderbolts from fucking God. Then apparently they bombed some U.S. military bases in Kuwait. This is at Buring. Nailed it. Drones, man. It's the future of warfare. America's got some new shit to deal with now, and it's going to be very difficult to do so. They can produce so many of these things. You're going to shoot a $1 million missile for every one of these little $10,000 drones. You're going to bankrupt yourself. You're going to run out of missiles. That's what's happening, folks. Right here. They're overwhelming both the U.S. and Israel with all their drones and missiles. Here's another video of Iranian missiles striking the U.S. fleet. Boom! Another one of these wham! Hypersonic missiles.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
I guess this one's real because I saw it from two different angles. Grok said it was true. Meanwhile, thick smoke rising from Bahraini capital, Manama, amid reports of additional Iranian strikes. The fire was reportedly coming from a naval base used by U.S. military forces, which is home to the U.S. Navy 5th Fleet. And it seems to be on fire. So probably way more than 6 soldiers dead. We'll see. We'll see if they even admit to it. And they're hitting everything, folks. Whatever they can hit to try to hurt the West, hurt capitalism, grind things to a halt. They hit Amazon warehouses. Here they're hitting Saudi Aramco oil refinery. That's going to be good for your gas prices. Donald Trump's the one that claimed that the way to bring inflation down is to bring gas down. It's going to affect everything, but he's doing everything he can to drive that fucking price up. And then Tel Aviv, obviously also, they're bombing the shit out of Israel. Once again, very difficult to tell which one of these videos are real and which are not real because so much misinformation is going through, but I think everything I'm about to show you is real. This was night 4 last, I believe. Boom, boom, yeah. Bombing the fuck out of it. Apparently the Iron Dome can't handle the incredible numbers they're shooting at them. Just weakening it. Iran, I don't know if this is true or not, but they're shooting their bullshit bombs first just to soften the targets up, and they're saving the good shit for later. I have no idea once again. And look how fast these bombs are, folks. These hypersonic missiles. Like a thunderbolt from fucking God. Almost impossible to intercept. And when they do intercept them, they have to spend tens of millions of dollars per bomb to intercept. Look at this shit. 11 interceptors. Look how many they're shooting up, folks. Paid for by you and me, the taxpayers. So the Iranian missile is $250,000. 11 Patriot interceptors totaling $44 million to knock one bomb out of the sky. Literally endless money for this bullshit. Endless money to protect Israel. Endless money for war and death. Nothing for us. They're gonna bankrupt the fuck out of us, and I guess that's the plan, y'all. Here's Israeli Iron Dome interceptor missiles. Apparently, they're built in Camden, Arkansas. Look how many they're shooting up, folks. Every one of these. 10, 20 college educations for an American child, but it's nothing. Like water. Like water. So these bombs were made in Camden, Arkansas. About a quarter of Camden lives under the poverty line. Each missile cost about 2 years' salaries of the workers assembling them. And they have thousands upon thousands, folks, that you and I are paying for. Because there's never been bigger suckers than us, right? To cover up for pedophilia. And Tel Aviv looks like Gaza. I doubt it. I don't think they've done really that much damage. They've done some damage, but I don't think they've done that much damage. But here's Fox News covering it.
We're here at the site of a ballistic missile impact in Tel Aviv. First responders are currently digging through the debris to see if there are any other survivors. We know there were at least 20 people injured in this last barrage, and the building was on fire when...
So shit popping up more. Iran has attacked Israel again. Latest missiles have successfully struck Israeli defense forces in military areas, which are also in civilian areas, because much like they accuse Palestinians they use humans and civilians as shields. But yeah, pop it off, folks. Hey, here's the war you guys ordered. I hope you get exactly what you fucking deserve, right? And like, even though Israel is seemingly a country of mad, bloodthirsty terrorists, I don't want innocent people to die, right? I don't like any of this, right? Hopefully they'll keep it mostly to military targets, but if you guys are embedding them right into civilian areas, anyway, all bad, it's all bad. And then they're also attacking the United Arab Emirates and Dubai because they pretty much sold out Iran. I heard that the Prince of Saudi Arabia was asking Donald Trump to bomb Iran. I guess he thinks that there'll be a power vacuum he can fill. Also, I read that he wants a nuclear bomb, and he doesn't think he'll be able to talk anybody into giving him one until Iran is destroyed. But anyway, over there in the UAE, where they had military bases, this was supposedly one of the safest places on earth. That was the marketing all the Muslims were putting out there. But pretty much that's gone out the window.
Behind me here is Dubai Marina. That's one of the tallest residential blocks on earth, and it's Monday in the United Arab Emirates. Typically, this is the start of the working week, but roads and highways are devoid of traffic. That's because the government has told people to stay home, remain indoors, because there's still these interceptions of Iranian drones and missiles targeting this nation of 9 million people. Now, already, this is war, which was started by the Americans and the Israelis bombing Iran, has spread across the wider Gulf Cooperation Council, including the United Arab Emirates, and even here in Dubai, which long has been...
Yeah, they shaking everything up, folks. Here's the Palm Hotel in Dubai, hit by Iranian missiles. I heard this one might have some kind of association or connection with Donald Trump. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, making you sweat over there. Of course, the worst people who live in Dubai is where all the rich assholes go to take advantage of slave labor, try to get away from paying fucking taxes, to live under the cruel terrorist regime. People like this. Here is a babooned-assed-lipped cunt over there in Dubai looking at all the missiles dropping, and she's like, this is not supposed to happen to me.
Scared. I'm actually so scared. I'm in JVC right now, and I can see... Oh, no. Not meant to be happening here.
I know.
Everyone just chill out.
It's only supposed to happen to the Browns. We should be able to exploit whoever we want to. We should be able to support America as they do this all we want to and have no blowback whatsoever. No blowback. What the fuck? You look deformed with those lips.
Like, I don't want anyone getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I've been hearing...
You live in Dubai. You don't want nobody to get hurt? Think you might want to practice what you preach there.
Loud explosions sort of like in the background all day, and it's like, like the sound, it shakes the windows. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the weirdest sound ever, and now I'm seeing them. This is not fun, guys. We're supposed to be in the safest place.
Yeah, but you're not, bitch. You in Dubai. No safe areas anymore. That's what happens when the U.S. and Israel do war, right? War affects everybody. War never changes. Meanwhile, protesters storming the United States consulate in Pakistan. Benghazi 2.0 here, folks. I'm sure they're going to have like 40 hearings about it, just like they did with Benghazi, aren't they? Shit popping off everywhere. American soldiers opening fire on pro-Iranian Pakistani protesters at the U.S. consulate in Pakistan. So yeah, they killed a bunch of them. 22 people dead as Pakistan protesters try to storm the U.S. consulate. Happened all over the place. Baghdad a few minutes ago. Apparently this is outside of the embassy for the U.S. They seem angry, a little bit angry for some reason. Definitely kicked a big old hornet's nest. According to CNN, they also struck the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Welcome back to the special edition of Out Front, War with Iran. And we have more breaking news this hour in this intense night of strikes. A strike on the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, just moments ago by 2 suspected Iranian drones. Obviously, Riyadh in the center of Saudi Arabia, far, far away from Iran, a lot of open desert there to go past, but that is what's happened. We do not have any reports at this moment yet of any injuries, but it comes as the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh is telling all American citizens in Saudi Arabia to shelter.
Yep, no place safe anymore for America. And as you said, 1 year in office, that's all it took, folks. Already on World War III after 1 year. And here, meanwhile, the Dubai airport, bunch of rats trying to leave the sinking ship. Look at all these rich fucking American assholes. Fuck all y'all. And here's from the crowd that got nowhere to go. Over in Israel, they're fleeing back to Europe. I thought you guys had to have Israel because you're not safe anywhere else in the world. Yet every time something pops off in Israel, they go back to their home countries. Because to many of these people, Israel is like their vacation spot, right? Somewhere they go summer. Because they have really no connection to the ancient people that used to live in Israel. These are just fucking cult members from Europe. So back to where you belong, culties. But after the first night, second night, they did a few interviews with our glorious administration. First off, Pete Kegsbrett looking nervous, looking a little shook, to be honest with you. Gaslighting, I guess that's what they're going with. That's always the first page of their playbook. Folks, the U.S. didn't start this war, but we gonna finish it, even though they 100% started this war in every goddamn way.
Brothers butchered by Iranian-backed roadside bombs and well-armed militias, thousands of our own. We didn't start this war.
You did.
But under President Trump, we are finishing it.
It's just so 1984 all the time. We literally saw you do it. You killed 150 little schoolgirls. Nobody started this book except for you. Even fucking Rubio gonna admit that they proactively started the fucking war. But it doesn't matter, folks. Just crazy time. It's a cult. And they're like, just believe us. Whatever we fucking say, do not doubt it. Hey, are you a patriot? Or are you a traitor? Here he is. He flipped out a reporter just because the reporter asked, hey, what is our end game here?
The American people also want to know what they're sending their men and women to war for. Is there a concern of this spiraling into a longer war? And then one for the chairman when you're done.
Did you not hear my remarks? I mean, we're ensuring the mission gets accomplished, but we're very clear-eyed, as the president has been, unlike other presidents, about the foolish policies of the past that recklessly pulled us in, things that were not tethered to actual clear objectives. So we know. We have plans, we have generals, we have chairmen, we have commanders, CENTCOM commanders, Admiral Cooper.
The American people also
we have plans, bitch! Do you not question me? Did you hear what I said? Yeah, we heard you. None of it makes sense. You talking in fucking circles. It's all fucking bullshit. Here he is again, basically saying, hey, here's our objectives.
Secretary Hegseth, thank you. Reagan Reese with the Daily Caller. 2 questions for you. The president said yesterday in his video message that we will leave Iran when we complete all of our objectives. What are our objectives? Might be the same clip. And can you share more information on how the soldiers who were killed were killed?
Well, I laid out the objectives, as did the chairman. They're completely nested. I mean, Iran has an ability to project power against us and our allies in ways that we can't tolerate. So whether that's ballistic missiles and drones, so offensive capabilities, effectively their Navy, which would attempt to set other terms and impose different costs, drone capabilities, which we laid out there. And ultimately, though, this tying it back to Midnight Hammer, the president has been willing to make a deal. You can't have a nuclear bomb. Radical Islamists can't have a nuclear...
You literally already said you guys destroyed their nuclear capabilities. Donald Trump bragged about it for fucking ever. They fired people for saying that they didn't destroy the nuclear capabilities, right? But it doesn't matter, folks. It's just vagueness. It's the war on terror. How do you win an idea? You don't. That's the whole point. Another forever fucking war. Probably to cancel the midterms. That's what I'm guessing, right? Another bonus for Donald Trump. And yeah, Donald Trump got a hard choice. Bomb kids or fuck them. Hey, he can do both. Even his tiny hands can reach both buttons, so no problem. He got this shit. Don't worry about it, America. Even the Hodge twins mad. Donald Trump getting on there once again saying, hey, if more of you motherfuckers have to die for me, I love it.
NBC, of the 3 service members killed in Iran strikes, quote, we expect casualties with something like this. We have 3, but we expect casualties. But in the end, it's going to be a great deal for the world, end of quote. Trump also says,
yeah, going to be a great deal. Oh, you motherfuckers have to die, but it's going to be such a good deal. Hey, your lives are worth it, right? It's such a good proposition they put before us to let you guys get fucking murdered to cover up my pedophilia. Everybody super psyched about it, y'all. Meanwhile, they ask him, hey, how long is this going to go for? And he's like, I don't know, forever, I guess. Trump attacks on Iran will go on for as long as it takes. He's like, hey, it could take 4 weeks. Could take longer, however long it takes. We in it for the long fucking haul. And I guess we are, folks. This is exactly what they said the first time. This is what the Bush administration said. This is what Dick Cheney said. 2 weeks the most, we'll be done. Lasted 8 fucking years. We spent $5 trillion. It's Groundhog Day up in this motherfucker all the time. Endless money for war and death. Reuters polled only 27% of Americans support the attack on Iran. Very unpopular. We don't want this, folks. But it does not matter. They do not give a shit. They do not represent us. They rule us. This fucking dictator. Trump making no bones about it. Says he doesn't care about the fucking polling. Doesn't care what Americans think. I think the polling is very good, but I don't care about polling. I have to do the right thing. I have to do the right thing. This shit had been done a long time ago. Yeah, hey, I don't give a shit. I'd rather people think I'm a war criminal than a pedophile, so whatever it takes. I'd rather suck Israel's nuts than have them release all the information they have about me diddling children. So this is much better. What a deal. And yeah, apparently, the Trump administration had some ideas of who they wanted to take over for the Ayatollah Khomeini when they murdered him. But unfortunately, they murdered all of them too. President Trump told me tonight the U.S. had identified possible candidates to take over Iran, but they were killed in the initial attack. The attack was so successful it knocked out most of the candidates, Trump told me. It's not going to be anyone that we were thinking of because they are all dead. Second or third place is dead, so they had no plan. Nothing in place to make sure this isn't a long drawn out forever war. Just fly by your pants, do whatever you want to, as always, from this feckless goddamn administration. But I have a feeling, folks, I know who Iran's next supreme leader is going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be the Ayatollah Assahola. Yeah. Just going to make himself dictator for life, just like he did in Venezuela. Why the fuck not? Who's going to stop him? Doesn't look like anybody is. So why the fuck not? Meanwhile, American allies are under attack. Americans dead. 150 Iranian schoolgirls murdered by America. What does Trump have his mind on?
When that comes down first term, I always like gold, but I think we can save a lot of money. I just saved curtains, but and it'll be spectacular. It'll be the most beautiful ballroom. I believe it because I built many a ballroom. I believe it's going to be the most beautiful ballroom anywhere in the world. And when you hear all that hammering out there, you know why the First Lady is not thrilled. Exactly.
Woo! Focus on the good shit. Hell yeah, ballroom. Curtains. He picked out the curtains, y'all, and they're gold. He just saved Americans so much money. Yeah, they spent $1 trillion or so this weekend bombing children, but curtains. Hell yeah, you fucking morons. Just so crazy, this dumbass country. Meanwhile, they're just admitting it out loud, folks. This war is because of Israel. We went in there because of Israel. No two ways about it. Here's Marco Rubio giving the whole game away.
imminent?
There absolutely was an imminent threat, and the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us. And we were not going to sit there and absorb a blow before we responded, because the Department of War assessed that if we did that, if we waited for them to hit us first after they were attacked, and by someone else, Israel attacked them, they hit us first, and we waited for them to hit us, we would suffer more casualties and more deaths. We went proactively in a defensive way to prevent them from inflicting higher damage. Had we not done so, there would have been hearings on Capitol Hill.
That's right. We proactively, defensively bombed them first because Israel was going to attack them. We had to do it for Israel. This is basically like saying, hey, yeah, I walked up and punched that guy in the face first, officer. But I had to do it because my friend was about to walk up and punch him in the face. And he probably would have punched all of us, so I had to punch him in the face before my friend punched him in the face. It was self-defense, officer. It makes no fucking sense. And as Mehdi Hassan says, this is the most insane and absurd definition of an imminent threat I've ever heard in my life. Our ally in proxy, Israel, that we arm and fund, was about to illegally attack Iran, so we joined in on the attack because that illegal attack would have led to an attack on us. Just nothing matters anymore, folks. Words don't have any fucking meaning. They can literally do whatever they fucking want to. War crimes all day. And Donald Trump demanding everybody in America watch the real president of the United States, Benjamin Netanyahu. Everybody watch Sean Hannity tonight at 9 p.m. Bibi Netanyahu will be interviewed. President Donald Trump. Yeah, baby. Go listen to your real president tell you why we have to do illegal wars and murder children for Israel. You'll be so convinced. You fucking idiots. Meanwhile, it's heartening, though, to see a lot of conservatives are against this, y'all. There were a lot of people that stood up on their social media, stuck to their fucking guns. They stuck to their beliefs. I can't even fucking believe it because I thought most of these people were spineless. And many of them are, as we'll see in a minute. Many of them are fucking hypocrites. But some of them, at least on this issue, are sticking to their guns. First off, they said that we were going to be greeted as liberators. And I'm going to show you guys, there were a lot of Iranians who were very happy that Ayatollah Khamenei was killed. And for good reason. He was a brutal dictator. Killed thousands of Iranians. A horrible human being. A lot of American Iranians were fucking thrilled that the American taxpayers are paying for the regime change. But a lot of them fucking aren't. So first, we're going to take a look at the people that are against this war. Starting off with the actual people of Iran. Here's it's Safahan, nailed it. Iran mourning the death of Khomeini. They're basically chanting death to America. Hundreds of thousands of people protesting in their streets. There are a lot of different video footage of all these people all over Iran. They seem pretty pissed. I'm just saying. I'm sure Iran is like America where they're kind of divided. There's probably a lot of them that are happy about it, but still a huge, huge swath of society ready to burn America down. Here's the population of Yasuj, a small city in Iran, mourning the assassination of Khomeini. So all over Iran, these hardcore religious fundamentalists who will die, who will kill every last one of us, who will do whatever it takes to get their revenge. Incredibly fucking pissed off. Here's Muslims in Kashmir. Love Kashmir. Death to America, death to America, death to Israel. So this is the point, folks. They want to murder children. They want to murder innocent people because it makes other people want to fight back against them, which gives them permission in their mind to murder even more people, to keep this going forever, right? They want justification for it, so they instigate it. They make people hate them on purpose, and it's working all over the fucking world. This is not Iran, but Skardu, where people are protesting after the martyrdom of Ayatollah Khomeini. That's a bunch of motherfuckers, y'all. So, decades and decades and decades of terrorism and war is what this is going to bring us, y'all. Which is clearly what they fucking want. This one from Kyle Kalinske. Trump says, rise up, Iranians, and take back your government. Here's how Iranians are dealing with it. Also to me, though, this is just me. Seems kind of dumb that in the middle of a war, you pack yourself this closely together to protest the U.S. government and scream death to America. Because it just seems like pew, 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 a few bombs. That seems like a bad idea, but hey, what do I know? I'm really good at RTS games, though. You never clump your troops together like that. That's War 101, baby. Whatever. And that. A lot of America's pissed off, too. A lot of United States soldiers being put in harm's way because the pedophile wants to cover up his pedophilia. This service mom went viral for this video.
Lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war.
If you voted for this, I want you to know that I hate you.
Me too.
I mean that. I hate you.
Hate.
And that's not just me speaking out of fear or sadness as the spouse of an active duty service member, although I am profoundly sad and incredibly terrified right now. But I still mean it when I say that if you voted for this, I hate you. And if you know me in real life and you're watching this and you're shocked because you're thinking to yourself, well, I voted for this and I know Kendall and I know that she couldn't possibly hate me. She knows me. I want you to know it goes for you too. In fact, not only does it go for you too, I hate you twice as much as the strangers that voted for this.
This is exactly how I feel too, folks. I've had family members that I respected that have actually treated me well my whole life. But I found out that they support this, they're Trump supporters, and every bit of respect lost for them. I can't fucking stand them. If they die, I will fucking be happy. I don't give a shit. No good person supports Trump. No decent human being. I don't care what you think about yourself. I don't care how much you've convinced yourself you're on the right side of this. Fuck you and die.
And you are delusional. If you think that you get to look me in my eyes and tell me that you care about me while actively cheering on the man who made it very clear from the very beginning that he would happily send my husband, my soulmate, to die in a foreign country. This is monstrous. It's monstrous.
Quit.
They struck
Tell him to quit.
A school building. More than 50 little girls are dead this morning. Because
encourage your husband to quit. Because if he's a part of it still, he's a part of the terrorist organization that just bombed the 150 children, right? He should not be a part of that.
The man you installed in the most powerful office in the world. That's on you. And I don't know how you're going to live with yourself with that knowledge. Probably an unhealthy dose of delusion and lack of empathy for anyone else on this planet. But I can say that I don't have to live with you. I don't have to have you.
I think a lot of my relatives, too, that support this shit, they're just stupid. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They watch Fox News all day long. They don't educate themselves. That's no excuse. Ignorance is no fucking excuse to be a terrorist, to be a pedophile apologist, to be a terrorist sympathizer. Fuck you. If you're not smart enough to actually research what the fuck's going on, to educate yourself, and to be a decent human being, get fucked.
In my life, I don't have to have monsters in my life. And at this point, if you're still supporting this administration, you're a monster.
Yep.
You are a monster. You are irredeemable trash. And I do not care. The one thing I will say, I apologize to my mother for any shocked and upset phone calls she gets from people in my hometown about this video, but I'm not sorry for making it. Because I want you to know. I want you to know how deep my hatred for you runs right now if you voted for this.
Man, I love my mom, man. If my mom supported this shit, she'd be fucking dead to me. I'm sorry to say that, but she fucking would. Luckily, my mom is based as fuck and is against this shit. Love you, Mom. And then, Hodge twins. Meat-ass head Hodge twins. They're the ones that shield Donald Trump every day. They knew he was bad. They didn't fucking care as long as people were owned. But I will give them a little bit of credit. They are speaking out against this. Hodge twins are like, don't care if we lose all our followers over this war. We won't stay quiet about Americans getting sent to die for Israel. And God, but a little late, you dickheads. Jake Shields, even Nazi-ass Jake Shields, white supremacist piece of dung, It's getting extremely embarrassing for the people who are still supporting Trump. It's time to admit you were wrong and start rebuilding the new party because this Republican Party is dead. I wish. I won't say what I want to, but anyway, a lot of them fleeing the fucking ship, y'all. Good to see. Marge going hard, y'all. Marge out there. First, she retweets the president talking about how he killed Khomeini. And she's all like, great, Mr. President. Good job. You're a billionaire, and the American people, not the Iranian people who voted for you, are not billionaires. As a matter of fact, many of them are flat out broke. In all-time high credit card debt, can't afford health insurance or car insurance for that matter, and most young people can't afford to buy a house or even their rent payment. Your generation, the baby boomers, your families were able to thrive on single incomes, and now that's practically impossible for the vast majority of American families, let alone imagine being a single mother. Most of your baby boomer friends and supporters, I'm sure, are cheering you the most, but us younger generation, Generation X, mine, millennials, and especially Gen Z hate this fucking bullshit. Because we all know that in 10 years, when the baby boomers that have been in charge of all the Americans' decisions are retired or passed away, us younger generations will be left with no Social Security checks because it will have gone bankrupt, over $50 trillion in debt, and a dollar that won't be worth shit. We, as in you and me, campaigned on America first, and this is not it. Dude, she knew, though. Like, sorry, Marge, you knew. You knew none of it was America first. You just knew you could get into Congress and make yourself incredibly rich, which you fucking did. You stood out your fucking country. And now that you got yours, it's time to jump off the ship and pretend like you were never on that side, but you did this, okay? It's the motherfucker in the hot dog costume wondering who's responsible for this. You are. But that is a base take. I'll give you that. Another base take by Marge. And just like that, we are no longer a nation divided by left and right. We are now a nation divided by those who want to fight wars for Israel and those who just want peace and to be able to afford their bills and health insurance. 108,000 likes. So, hey, maybe they're dividing the Republican Party, right? Better than nothing. I'll give her a small pat on the back. Even Matt Walsh speaking out, folks. I have a feeling he's going to have to find him a new job before too long. He working for Ben Shapiro and Little Bitty Shapiro. I like this job. But Matt Walsh, worst person you know, makes a good point. Says, what exactly is the end game? The Iranian people rise up and take control of their government? Okay, what does that mean exactly? Which people? How are they taking control? What happens after they do take control? Are we sure the new people, whoever they are, will do a better job than the old people? How are we going to make sure of that? How are we going to make sure of it while also not putting boots in the ground? This has not been explained. It needs to be. Let me explain it to you, dickhead. Forever wars, boots in the ground, another Iraq, another Afghanistan, trillions of dollars, millions of people dead. So simple. Matt Walsh once again. If you're a proponent of this war, so be it. Make your case. But lecturing skeptics for not trusting Trump is the dumbest argument you could possibly make. It is perfectly reasonable for Americans to be skeptical of a regime change war in the Middle East. Trump himself was skeptical of them. The idea that we are obligated to just assume it's good because Trump decided to do it is asinine. Not to mention un-American, 22,000 likes, so I'll give you a golf clap for that one. I heard that Carolyn Levitt called him an extremist, called his ass out. So hopefully more of a rift between the online right-wing influencers and the White House. That'd be good. But also, folks, a lot of support. A lot of people happy about this. A lot of fucking hypocrites out there. But like I said earlier, a lot of seemingly like Iranians are happy. Now, for what I could tell, it's a very, very smaller number than the hundreds of thousands of people that came out and protest and chanted death to America. But this was all over my timeline, pointing out that some people were in the streets cheering about it. Like here is a large crowd dancing in the street of Los Angeles, praising Donald Trump. These people are sort of the equivalent of like American Israelis, right? They're real happy when Americans do their dirty work for them, spend trillions of dollars to get into forever wars to kill through that like. I mean, it's your country. You should have gone back to it and fought for it, really. I mean, I guess that's easy for me to say. Dangerous as shit over there, but there was more than that. Let's see. Laura Loomer! posted this one. Apparently, this happened at a college somewhere in Iran. So way fewer than the hundreds of thousands against it. But just for full transparency, I don't want you guys to think I'm holding any of this stuff back. There are some people in Iran, some people who are American Iranians who love this, who support Donald Trump, and are glad Khomeini is dead. And I do understand, once again, he killed tens of thousands of Iranians. Very bad human being. Not a good guy. I'm happy when good people fucking die. Then Laura Loomer called up Donald Trump. These are the kind of people that have the ear of our president. His blowjob mistress said, just spoke to President Trump and congratulated him on another successful combat mission, eradicating one of the most evil Islamic terrorists, 150 schoolgirls dead. I told President Trump he has made the United States proud as the 47th president. Imagine, folks, a country where a Nazi gets to swallow the powdered milk from the president's nuts and then gets to dictate what our policy is. That's what's happening in this country right now. No low that we can't sink to. Scott Jennings literally gets paid by CNN to lie for a living. And now that MAGA Zionists have bought CNN, we can expect he'll get his own fucking show. He says, senior Trump administration officials telling me that credible intelligence indicated Iran planned preemptive strikes against U.S. military targets in the region. He just literally made all that up. Pentagon briefer says that never happened. He literally just pulled that out of his ass. Anything to justify war and child murder. Doesn't matter what it is. But that's how you get rewarded in this country. And then, as 1984 as it's ever been, the NRSC, Senate Republicans, peace through strength. Yes, we're going to bomb for peace. We're going to fuck for virginity, everybody. Everything's backwards. Everything's upside down. Reminds me of the peacemaker. I cherish peace with all my heart. I don't care how many men, women, and children I need to kill to get it. I'll kill everybody for peace. And that seems to be the policy of the American government. I don't know if he's the best guy to follow, though, to be honest with you.
But you know who's really happy about it, guys? Benny Shapiro. He finally got his war for Israel. Yay! Stupid Americans are dying for Israel. Stupid Americans are funding this forever war for Israel, and he is fucking stoked, guys. He really loves the names that come up for all these operations.
The president's decision here is extraordinary.
So
it's known as Operation Epic Fury, which I gotta say is just awesome.
Epic Fury, guys. It's so awesome. So hip and cool. Oh my God, Epic Fury. So badass.
Good God, it's so fucking cringe. Reminds me of Operation Iraqi Freedom. So cool. Freedom for us. Nothing has ever been less cool. Good Lord at y'all. But yeah, these terrorists, happy as shit. Good job hunting, Matt Walsh. And yeah, I agree with Kyle Kulinski. This seems like a joke, but it's not. Another one of these 1984 things. President Trump is ending the forever war that Iran has waged against America for the last 47 years. That's right, folks. War is peace, up is down, black is white. President Trump is the one ending the forever war by starting a forever war with Iran. It just makes sense. Shut the fuck up. This is literally from the House Foreign Affairs Committee, the official website. That's our government, folks. Piss in your mouth and tell you it's raining. But this is what it should be called, really. It should be called Operation Epstein. That's much more accurate. Ben Shapiro. Even if it was, he would still love it.
He said, oh my God, so cool. Operation Epstein, just fucking epic. I love the Trump administration.
You know he would. Gargle those balls every chance he gets. Glenn Beck, want you guys to know, shut the fuck up. Talking about the dead children, shut the fuck up. Talking about the dead soldiers. Now is not the time. Now is the time to pray. Glenn Beck says, this morning, no matter how we vote or what banner we stand under, we should be on our knees. You get on your knees and you suck all the Israeli dick you want to, motherfucker. Not me. I'm going to die on my feet. Our sons and daughters are in harm's way. Who put them there? They should quit. That's my suggestion. Otherwise, fuck them. Today is not a day for argument or political advantage. Get fucked. Yes, it is. Basically, he's like, just shut the fuck up for years until this is old news. And then maybe someday you can talk about it. But not right now while it's fresh. And it actually is important to talk about. Today is not a day for argument or political advantage. It is a day for prayer, for the protection of heaven over our troops. Hey, God heard your prayer and apparently said, nah, we got to let at least 6 of these motherfuckers die because fuck y'all, I guess. Base Jesus. Lots of hypocrisy, though. People noticed. Not everybody who is a right-wing commentator sticking to their guns, sticking to what they pretended to believe, outright showing their hypocrisy. First off, nobody's surprised. One of the biggest supporters of it. John Fetterman says Operation Epic Fury. President Trump has been willing to do what's right and necessary to produce real peace in the region. God bless the United States, our great military, and Israel. Israel, awesome Israel, guys. Holy shit, ain't nobody never loved somebody more than Israel. Folks, you think Israel caused John Fetterman's stroke? You think they, I don't know, shot him with a poison dart and killed him a couple of times? They resuscitated him and they said, you better suck our balls. We're going to let you die next time. And he was like, yes, sir. That's all I think about, folks. I've never seen anybody more of a sellout than this guy. Here he is. Every member of the U.S. Senate agrees we cannot allow Iran to acquire a nuclear weapon. Trump said he dismantled their nuclear program. I'm baffled why so many are unwilling to support the only action to achieve that. Empty sloganeering versus commitment to global security. Which is it? Hopefully death? Hopefully a very swift death of natural causes to you? Please, sir? Please! Nikki Haley says Operation Epic Fury is a true example of good versus evil, which makes me wonder, which one are we? Are we the baddies? I think we might be the baddies. I think there's no goodies, though, here. That's the problem, right? There are no good guys in the scenario, but except for the Iranian children we're murdering. I don't think they're pretty innocent. Zionist Levin says Democrats who oppose attack hate America, folks. This is where we're at. They hate us for our freedoms. Hey, do you hate the fact that we're bombing children and bankrupting our country? You fucking traitor! It's patriotic to bankrupt yourself and die for Israel, according to Zionists. Dave Rubin wants you guys to know anybody who doesn't want the country to get bankrupt by forever wars and murder a bunch of innocent people are just a bunch of crybabies. Wah! Wah! With milk coming out of their eyes for some reason. Dave Rubin loves war and death. Israel, baby. Woo! Kill them all. Says Christian conservative Dave Rubin. Is he a Christian? Maybe he's not. Jesse Waters has a Navy SEAL on there to try to convince us that this forever war is actually good. And you know why he thinks it's good, y'all? Because we changed the name of the Department of Defense. That's all it takes, a name change, and it's totally different than Iraq, y'all.
Jack Carr is a former Navy SEAL. Jack, why is this not Iraq?
There's a few things. You said something quite poignant in the last segment about us having a hangover from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. I thought that was very clever. It was almost like we had 20 years of our senior level leadership drinking and waking up with that hangover, but never learning from it and taking steps to mitigate it.
And that's exactly what you're doing. You're doing the exact thing you're fucking describing right now.
Before or during said drinking binge. And we can trace this all the way back, end of World War II, 2 years afterward, 1947, we changed the Department of War to the Department of Defense. And ever since then, our track record was not that great, leading all the way up to the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021. Now we have a Department of War. Precision in language reflects precision in thought. And since we've changed that name to the Department of War and we have new leadership in there with on-the-ground experience in Iraq and Afghanistan, you and I both know many of the people in the administration that did serve downrange during that time frame. And now...
That's right, folks. It's totally different than the Iraq War. Do not worry about spending $5 trillion to eradicate 1 million people. Don't worry about it. Because the name changed. They changed the name, folks, so it's totally fucking different. You goddamn morons. Folks, it's not you that they're stealing from at this point. Your parents already stole it all from you. Now they're stealing it for your grandchildren, from your grandchildren, to make sure they have all the money where their kids can rule your kids for fucking ever. That's what's happening here. Why don't Americans care about their own fucking children? I guess because they're too stupid. I guess that's the answer. Most of them have no fucking idea what's going on. There are not many shows out there like this one, and all of our media bought and paid for by MAGA conservatives, so They got it all sewed up, y'all. Clay Travis. Remember when they tried to tell us Pete Kegsbreath couldn't handle this job? Absolutely flawless execution. They killed 150 schoolgirls, dude. At least 6 soldiers dead. That's flawless execution of them. Just gaslighting. 45,000 likes. No, I don't believe you. Sorry. I believe my own eyes. And of course, the bots are out in full force. Very hard to find accurate information on X anymore because this is all it is. The final war? The Bible has already told us who wins. 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 Yeah, who? Was it America? I don't think the Bible said shit about America, to be honest with you. And why is Jesus going through all this pageantry? Why is he letting all this happen? All these people suffering just so he can come back and stop it? If he's already decided what he's going to do, if he already has a plan, then why not just do it? Why not blink your eye and not have none of it happen? Have nobody fucking suffer. Just jump to the fucking end. But Jesus is a fucking dickhead. He thinks himself as a John Wayne. He's got to come back and fucking save the day. So he has to create this scenario where people suffer and fucking die so it can be the big goddamn hero. What a piece of fucking shit. Why do you worship this monster? And you can't make this shit up, folks. Fox Gas says that Trump deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for bombing Iran. Because why not? Everything is backwards in this bizarro world. Let's give this guy a fucking peace prize for starting a fucking forever war. Nothing matters anymore. Let's give Hitler one. Posthumously. And folks, as I said earlier, Dubai is where all the biggest cretins on the fucking planet go. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I told you guys the story before about how when I came out against the anti-SJW community, they turned my channel off like a fucking switch. Well, back in those days when it first started, when the skeptic community turned to the anti-SJW community and they started getting funded heavily, I Am Mouse Chong was one of the people on Reddit who was one of the heavy fucking moderators, who was deciding which messages get spread and which don't get spread. And one of the other huge people, this is true, you can look this up, supposedly the first person on Reddit to ever reach 1 million subscribers, this is crazy, was Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell and I and Mouse Chong were working together to make sure which propaganda got spread throughout Reddit, to make sure they only signal boosted for right-wing content, for people supporting Donald Trump, and they silenced and censored people like me who were speaking out against Donald Trump. Well, they all get heavily rewarded for it, of course, including I Am Mouse Chong, after Saudi Arabia helped Elon Musk buy Twitter so that they could round up all the dissenters and silence everybody's voices and spread nothing but right-wing propaganda. They started reaching out to all these online right-wing influencers and offering them sweetheart deals, offering to move them into high-rise condos in Dubai, set them up with hookers and shit, so that they would continue spreading right-wing propaganda for Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and Israel. And one of the biggest fucking bottom feeders on the planet is I Am Mouse Chong. He's a guy that lived in Malaysia his whole life, never stepped foot in America, but he pretended to be an American citizen, Asian American, and shilled for Donald Trump, sold us out, divided our fucking country. So now he got invited to have a big, expensive high-rise in Dubai, get funded by the Muslim royalty. So now he's over there, and they have all their influencers that they pay, people like rapist Andrew Tate. There's a shit ton of influencers over there now, and they basically have them all on the same page where they're going public, posting videos of them in Dubai to try to make it look like Dubai is real safe, that the people in Dubai don't have anything to worry about, all the bombing and drones that Israel is sending out. But it's still so fucking sad. Here is I Am Mouse Chong putting out his state-sponsored video from Dubai, showing how cool and safe Dubai is. And to do this, he's showing himself in a nightclub at 3 a.m. in the morning by himself. It says, it's 3 a.m. in Dubai Club right now, and the place is alive! You can't beat this city! Look how sad this is. A bunch of slaves getting paid nothing. Yay! Woo! Just soulless, dead, cringe. And there he is. Isn't he so cool, folks? So hip, I am Mouse Chong, sitting in a loud nightclub by himself with a bunch of slaves. And yes, I used to think Dubai was some sort of soulless dystopia, but I guess I was mistaken. No, pretty much dead on. Can't get any more soulless and cringe than that. Society of bottom feeders. But as I was saying earlier, folks, people notice that there are a lot of hypocrites on the right. A lot of these right-wing influencers, they don't give a shit what they said last month, last week, last year. All they care is that their daddy, Donald Trump, is now completely 180 from where he used to be. And so they're also 180 from where they used to be. But unfortunately for them, the internet is forever. Start off with Donald Trump himself. People notice that what he is saying now is the complete opposite of everything he campaigned on. Case in point, here's a few videos.
The war in Iraq, we spent $2 trillion, thousands of lives. We don't even have it. Iran is taking over Iraq with the second largest oil reserves in the world. Obviously, it was a mistake. So George Bush made a mistake. We can make mistakes, but that one was a beauty. We should have never been in Iraq. We have destabilized the Middle East.
But so you still think he should be impeached?
I think it's my turn, isn't it?
You do whatever you want. You call it whatever you want. I want to tell you, they lied.
Okay.
They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none.
Yep.
There were no weapons of mass destruction.
He knows they got rid of the nuclear program. He admitted to it, but it doesn't matter, folks. Doesn't matter. Here he is again.
We've spent $8 trillion in the Middle East.
$8 trillion.
And we're not fixing our roads in this country?
That's
How
crazy,
stupid.
isn't it? How stupid
is it? And we're not fixing our highways, our tunnels, our bridges, our hospitals,
our
even,
health care,
our schools,
even everything.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. He just spent $1 trillion this weekend alone, folks. It's crazy, isn't it? Here's him again.
I will tell you, you're not going to have a war with me, and you're not going to have a third world war with me. That I can tell you.
That I can tell you, folks. Promises made, promises kept. And don't you find it strange how he did a complete 180 on his policy? Here's a quick compilation of it.
These globalists want to squander all of America's strength, blood, and treasure, chasing monsters and phantoms overseas. In addition, there must also be a complete commitment to dismantling the entire globalist neocon establishment that is perpetually dragging us into endless wars, pretending to fight for freedom and democracy abroad. We should have never gone into the Middle East. We should have never gone into the Middle East. Under my leadership, we will turn the page forever on those foolish, stupid days of never-ending wars. We're rebuilding our military stronger than ever before, and we are not going to deplete it again on stupid, senseless, endless wars. World War III has never been closer than it is right now. We need to clean house of all of the warmongers and America last globalists and the deep state. I am the president who delivers peace. I was the first president in decades who didn't start a war. And the worst, most incompetent, most corrupt president in history is going to drag us into World War III. And this horrible, horrible president is dragging us toward World War III. We're going to be in World War III soon. Because I think we would have been good with Iran. I don't want to do anything bad to Iran. Large sections of the Middle East. I mean, look at the death and destruction that's taken place. And none of this would have happened if I were president. Our opponents join with warmongers and neocons to wage endless wars, these wars that never end. Together we're fighting to secure our borders, end the endless foreign wars, and defend the working people of America. But the Muslim and Arab voters in Michigan and across the country want a stop to the endless wars and a return to peace in the Middle East. That's all they want. Speaking of World War III, I'll keep you out of World War III. What would happen if we had a war? We won't, with me, but you will have World War III, I believe, without me, but we won't have. I will be sure that World War III will not happen. I'm the only one can say it won't happen. But I stand here today, and I'm the only candidate who can make this promise. I will prevent, and very easily, World War III. So
easily! Oh, the fucking warmongers trying to get us in a war with Iran. But you can trust me, folks. I have an honest face when I lie to you constantly about everything. So many of them, too. So many fucking tweets. Be prepared. There is a small chance that our horrendous leadership could unknowingly lead us into World War III. I predict that President Obama will at some point attack Iran in order to save face. Remember what I previously said. Obama will someday attack Iran in order to show how tough he is. I always said Barack Obama will attack Iran in some form prior to the election. Yep. Always a tweet, always a video. Wasn't just him, folks. Here's Pete Kegsbreath back in 2024 promising he would never go for this.
I've been a recovering neocon for 6 years now. Like the foolishness with which we ricocheted around the world, intervening, think it was in our best interest when really we just overturned the table and created something worse in almost every single scenario, has led to almost, I mean, the hubris of the Pentagon is that they want to now tell other countries how to do counterinsurgency based on what we did in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Oh, what?
Like, are you kidding me? So you really have learned nothing.
I haven't.
Okay, nothing. So yeah, you're right. The trust there that our political leaders or our generals would have our best interests in mind is.
This is why I call them the people of nothing. Their word does not mean anything. They don't stand for anything. They don't have any moral scaffolding in which they build their belief system on. It's just whatever they need to say to make money today, to have power today. That's what they say. And then if they have to say the exact opposite tomorrow, that's what they say. So you don't argue with them. There's no reason to argue with them because they don't argue in good faith. They don't give a shit. They're just trying to lie to you, to distract you. And until they get away where the fuck they want to do. Case in point, here is Tulsi Gabbard. This is the woman that's in charge of our 3-letter agencies. All our intelligence agencies. Here she is in 2019.
How does a war with Iran serve the best interests of the How does a war with Iran serve the best interests of the American people in the United States? A war that would undermine our national security, and it would strengthen terrorist groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda. It would carry a heavy human cost, and it would cost us taxpayers trillions of dollars. Forget about investing in rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure. Forget about having the resources that we need for things like healthcare, education, affordable housing. We wouldn't have those resources because this would go towards yet another extremely devastating, costly war with.
This is a woman who literally, the reason she gave for leaving the Democratic Party is because she claimed that they were going to get us into war with Iran. Now, one of the people responsible for carrying out the war. Here she is in 2020.
We've got to be clear-eyed about the situation that we are in, that inching closer, actually more than inching, speeding towards an all-out war with Iran would make the wars that we've seen in Iraq and in Afghanistan look like a picnic. It will be far more costly in lives, American lives, and American taxpayer dollars, and all towards accomplishing what goal? What objective? I think that's really at the crux of this decision that President Trump made. We've got to be...
Man, I wish somebody would reach out to Tulsi Gabbard, see what she's up to these days. This woman literally sold T-shirts. No war with Iran. Had her own fucking merchandise. Now she's in charge of the fucking war with Iran. As far as the intelligence agencies go. Just can't make this shit up, folks, but what are you going to do? It's bizarro world. You know who else was against war with Iran? All you conservatives out there? Dear Charlie Kirk, I'm sorry you got murked.
We are just going to take out the Ayatollah. Oh, really? What comes next? What comes after regime change? Might be, oh, well, we need a small number of U.S. troops to support the new regime. We have seen this play before. Regime change, you have no idea how this is going to work out. You have no idea.
But we all know if Charlie Kirk was alive today, he'd be supporting this because, once again, their words don't mean anything. They just flip to whatever the administration wants them to do. They're literally just mouthpieces for the Republican Party. So good on you for saying that back in the day, Charlie, but I don't believe you would still have the same principles today because you guys ain't about fucking shit. But back in the day, all these right-wing influencers pretended like they were against war with Iran. Here's a Jack piece of shit bit. We are saying no to regime change. War in Iran, just like Charlie Kirk did. Yeah, no, super no. This is only a couple weeks ago. 2/20/26. It's 3/2 today. It's like 2 weeks ago. We're saying no regime change in Iran, just like our boy Charlie. Hey, Charlie Kirk didn't die for nothing. I want to stick by my principle. Here he is today. Oh my God, Zohran Mamdani condemns the U.S. strikes in Iran. What a fucking piece of shit. Who could be against this? You! 2 weeks ago, bitch. But it don't matter. So many of these folks, let's roll through them. Here's a popular right-wing influencer. Gunther Eagleman. Charlie Kirk did a poll back in 2025 last year. Should the U.S. get involved in Israel's war against Iran? 10% yes. 90%. 90% of conservatives back then, a year ago. Hell no, motherfuckers. Gunther Eagleman, absolutely not. We have enough issues domestically. Gunther Eagleman today is like, he changed his mind. Where the fuck is the tweet? Oh, he blocked the guy. I can't see the tweet anymore because they blocked this guy. Anyway, he's all for it now. Shockingly. Another example. Mr. Star Spangled Bannered, back in 2025, less than a year ago. Billions spent on war while our veterans starve and struggle. Make it make sense. Here he is 2 days ago. We have now entered the phase of Trump's presidency where Democrats take sides with an Islamic dictatorship. That's right. Hey, a year ago when he was against war against Iran, he wasn't in support of the Islamic dictatorship. But us not wanting forever wars to bankrupt us, hey, we're on the side of fucking terrorists and dictators, right? Another example. Oh, that's the same one. He removed his post. That's what it was. He got so shit upon for being a hypocrite, he removed his post so I can't show you his goddamn hypocrisy. It don't matter. There's so many of these. Nick Soltor. Warmongers are trying to convince MAGA a U.S.-backed regime change war in Iran is somehow America first. It's happening before our eyes. It's wild to watch. That's right. This was 6/22/2025. It's wild that so many people are trying to convince us that it's in America's interest to get in a war with Iran. It's wild to watch. It's so obvious. That's not the case. Who are these people? Now today, he's like, if you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology, without hesitation. We will kill you. I think President Trump made very clear he's not kidding. Yay! For the exact opposite of what I was for less than a year ago. Here's another one. Joey Marinaro, Mr. Tranny Seaman himself with his real bad toupee. Back in the day, this was 2024. If you're voting Kamala, you're voting for your sons to be sent to die in a foreign war. Hope you can live with yourselves. It couldn't be me, that's for sure. That's right, I would never support our sons and daughters going over to another country and dying in forever wars. Except for yesterday, he's all like, which world leader should Trump arrest and kill next? Yay! Let's bomb everybody, forever wars. Yay! Just not about shit. The people of nothing. And of course, you know Bald Tim Pool had to be on there. Hey, Bald Tim Pool only believes in three things, guys. He has three main issues. Here they are, in no uncertain order. Number one, end private prisons. Number two, ending the death penalty. Number three, ending regime change war. That's his top three, the top three most important things that he bases all his morality, his political beliefs on, folks. Except for, no, he's like, I'm happy to see the Iranian regime collapse. Yeah, what? What do you mean Bald Tim Pool ain't about shit? What do you mean he don't stand on business? What do you mean he's about fucking nothing? Flashback to June. Cat turd. Making fun of Matt Walsh because Matt Walsh said there was going to be regime change in Iran. Matt Walsh, back 6/18/25. Anyone who claims that the majority of conservative voters want the United States to fight a regime change war in the Middle East is insane or lying. You might as well claim that the majority want open borders and carbon taxes. Just total lunacy. The exact opposite of reality. To which Catter posts this picture of Stewie looking retarded. Regime change, yeah, you're retarded if you think America's trying to do a regime change. Why are you spreading false information, Matt? Now Catter's like, LOL, no. Total regime change is going to happen. Regime change is awesome now. But folks, they never believed what they were going to say to begin with. They always lie. They get off on lying to you. They're like, we were lying the whole time. We were just trying to postpone. We were trying to get you guys to let your guard down, believe our lies so we could just do whatever we want to do, right? We were just trying to distract, delay. And you believed us. No, we didn't. We never fucking believed you. We knew you were lying the whole fucking time. Now, clearly, even if we know you're lying, we can't stop you. The American public is too fucking stupid. They have no self-preservation. They can't save themselves. So even if we fucking tell them, they still do the wrong thing. But just know, a lot of us never fucking believed you. You didn't get over on us. You might be winning. You might be destroying the country. But we knew the whole fucking time what you were up to. Here's George Galloway over there on It's the Establishment Shit Labs over there on Jimmy Dore. George Galloway calls Trump the leader of the anti-war movement. Jimmy Dore agrees and says that it's the big reason why they wanted to get rid of Donald Trump. Now, George Galloway says 160 schoolgirls in a war for Epstein. Just think about that. Yeah, I am thinking about it. Who could possibly be responsible for it, motherfucker? Maybe you should sit this one out. Maybe if you ever supported Trump, maybe if you ever called him the anti-war candidate, maybe you should second guess every thought you ever have in your little pea brain for the rest of your fucking life and keep your goddamn fucking mouth shut. But of course, you don't have any honor. Never would do the right thing. Nick Sodor, if the people of Iran want regime change, tell them to do it themselves. That's not America's job. That's right, Iranians. Take care of your own business. Now he's like, wow, these streets of Washington, D.C. are absolutely flooded with people cheering for President Trump's killing Khomeini. This is historic. Yay for regime change. Hey, Donald Trump changed his opinion. And my opinion is exactly what Donald Trump says. I don't actually have a brain. It's just whatever my glorious orange goofy daddy says. And I just bend over and spread my cheeks and repeat what he wants me to. No brain in my head. And yes, this is the entire MAGA movement right now, folks. For some reason, this gummy, disgusting, roach-infested bitch is the biggest political streamer on the planet. Yes, I know he's a gamer, but he also does political streams, and he has the biggest stream in the world. Here he is, 2024, compared to yesterday.
I think that we play too big of a role in other countries' military shit. Like, we're too interventionary. We get too involved into other people's business. It's a waste of our money. The people there probably fucking hate us. Like, where's really the upside here, right? Just stay out of it. Yeah, exactly.
Next thing
I'm not saying like we should be totally isolationist, but I think that the level that we try to play nation building, especially in places like this, like, you know, like Libya, for example, back in the day, what the fuck? Or Iraq. No, absolutely not. Yeah, it's too much, man. Way too much. I am so happy this has happened. I am just dramatically, tremendously happy this has happened. I know that, you know, obviously I've talked about it for a long time, about how big of a problem Iran is and everything. I was a big supporter of us bombing them before.
I know.
And now we're bombing them again. And this is just amazing.
He hasn't changed at all, folks. He's exactly the same as he always has been. Who you gonna believe? Me or your own lying eyes and ears? But yes, it's a cult of personality. The scary part isn't that Trump lies. It's that his supporters shapeshift their entire moral code to fit each one. They'll call something wrong until Trump does it. Then suddenly they're okay with it. And this is what I said every fucking show I've done, folks. This is why you don't talk to them. You block them and you move on. All they're trying to do is distract you to waste your fucking time. They don't believe a word out of their mouth. They believe they're on the side of God. And whatever they have to say, whatever lie they have to tell for their side, they're justified in it. They're God warriors. They'll watch every single one of us burn to the fucking ground. They don't give a shit. They have no honor, right? These are the people. A couple months ago, no more wars. Don't tread America first. We hate pedos. Now they're like, more wars. Obey. Send 40 billion to Argentina. We are pedos. Pedophilia is base now. We have a Jeffrey Epstein line of jumpers now. Aren't we so edgy? It's the Patriots for you, folks. Here's a good video, though. I thought this was kind of funny. Podcasters getting ready to say they didn't vote for this. They're all trying to jump off the fucking ship, while at the same time having the same exact people on there who are causing all this and giving them softball interviews.
Everyone's saying, hey, look what your boy did. Look what you voted for. I voted for none of this. No, chat. I didn't vote for any of this. Who'd have thought that the president could just lie? Mr. Jed, all you guys saying that I wanted this, I wanted none of this. All you guys saying I wanted this, right now, I wanted none of this. Nah, man. Now we're going to war with Iran? Nah, man. I didn't vote for none of this.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn crying about the administration constantly. Oh my God, it's so horrible. And just yesterday had fucking brainworms on there, gave him a softball interview. So continuously to make bank of supporting Nazis, of supporting fascism, of supporting endless war, while doing these crocodile tears, pretending like they're against it, talking out of both sides of their fucking face, because they're the worst goddamn among us. And there are, of course, reactions from world leaders, and just what you expect. Cowardice across the globe. They all got their marching orders from Israel, and they're all afraid to speak out. First off, the British government said it had not participated in the strikes, but they got word from Israel what was going to happen ahead of time, and so they're sitting by on their fucking hands letting it happen. Prime Minister Mark Carney of Canada says Canada supports the United States acting to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon and to prevent its regime from further threatening international peace and security. So, yeah, exactly what you fucking expect. Israel rules everybody. They're not going to fucking do shit. Sad, though, that countries can call us a pedophile regime, and how can you say they're fucking wrong? This is Iran Military Monitor put out this video. That's the video about. That's not even the one I was thinking about. There was another one. The Japanese dude came out and said that we are a nation of pedophiles fighting a war to cover pedophilia, which is dead on. And then aftermath. What's some aftermath of this whole situation? First off, blowback, which is going to happen. Now, I don't know if this is a false flag attack or not. I don't know. A lot of people think it is. I think Hassan Abbey thought it was a false flag. Either way, folks, this makes us less safe. This is what caused 9/11 to happen. They specifically told us, hey, it's because of your intervention in Muslim countries and murder of Palestinians that we're attacking you. Same shit. New terrorist attack happened right after we attacked Iran. This man opened fire in an Austin, Texas bar overnight. Supposedly, he was wearing a shirt that said property of Allah, and he had an Iranian flag in the hoodie of his shirt. People are like, oh my God, is it clearly a homeless guy doing false flag operations? Once again, I don't know. Either way, Americans less safe. Here's video of the shooting. Prepare for more of this, folks. Americans are going to die for Israel. Americans are going to die because Donald Trump's a pedophile.
What is going on? What the fuck is going on? Jesus fuck.
Your life doesn't mean anything to these people. They get off on you dying. They sit around and jack off on the wall thinking about how they got away with murdering children. That's what narcissists do, folks. That's why serial killers like murder people. It's not just about sex. It's about power. Oh my God, I took everything you'll ever have. I took your life. I took your entire fucking existence. I snuffed it out. That's what kind of power I have. That's what they think. Donald Trump just jerking off of the wall. Oh my God, I killed 150 little girls. They didn't get to experience life or anything. And I'm getting away with it. I can just murder anybody. And it basically feeds into their narcissism. Backs up their feeling, their megalomania. That they're godlike and they can do anything. And I guess they're right, folks. I guess they are, right? Anybody stopping them? Anybody going to stop them from murdering the next 200 children? Doesn't look like it. And as I said, folks, X is pretty much useless now. Used to, you could use X to find real-time information, but so much misinformation is being spread, it took forever to put the show together. Minutes after Donald Trump announced that the U.S. and Israeli government had launched a major combat operation against Iran in the early hours of Saturday morning, disinformation about the attack and Iran's response flooded X. Yeah, I had to mute people constantly just trying to find videos that were current and not AI. It's just a fire hose of misinformation. And then this guy on Fox News trying to get President Trump's attention, begging Donald Trump to install him as the new leader of Iran. This is Reza Pahlavi, who apparently is some kind of Iranian prince. Looks like he's got a big fake nose or something from the Muppets. Anyway, basically, I'll bribe the fuck out of you, Donald Trump. Hey, if you'll put me in as president, if you'll install me as the new dictator, I will loot the fuck out of the country and send you a big old envelope, Daddy Trump.
Economic growth and what have you, just by a change that we hope to bring to the table, that would be probably over $1 trillion worth of impact and revenue to the American economy just by Iran's market being open to America, and how much we stand to benefit from billions of dollars.
That's right. Just put me in as president. Just put me as a new dictator. I will loot the whole country for you. I will give you $1 trillion, Donald Trump. Yay! No conflict of interest here. And then, folks, I'm kind of worried. I heard through the grapevine that Barron Trump just got rushed to the hospital with an acute case of bone spurs. So, Godspeed, Barron! Get well soon, buddy. Jack White spoke out. You know, Jack White from the White Stripes. I agree with what he said. He says, the leader of the Board of Peace, Venezuela, Greenland, Iran, Cuba, what's the difference, right? Don Jr. and Barron won't have to fight or die, just other people's children, so invade and bomb away. Can you believe he hasn't gotten the Nobel Peace Prize? I'm starting to think the FIFA Peace Prize ain't worth the shit, y'all. Oh, no. Meanwhile, you know who's completely innocent in this whole thing? Israelis. They ain't done shit, y'all. Why does everybody always hate on Israelis? They just sitting there minding their own fucking business. Why is it always them?
Why does it have to happen to us always? Why is it always the Jewish people?
Why?
We didn't do anything.
Did nothing.
Like, it wasn't
Zero.
us. Like, we really didn't do anything.
Wasn't me.
Critics of the Jewish state would say you guys started this war by attacking Iran about 48 hours ago.
No. We did not start.
We did?
No. The Jewish people, Israel doesn't want to ever do a war.
We would never do a war except for all the wars pretty much in modern times have been caused by us. But except for all the wars in modern times, we would never do a war. Oh, my God. Meanwhile, somebody owes Anna Asparagus an apology. Case in point, Jillian Michaels used to be a trader on The Biggest Loser, and now she's just like a Biggest Loser in real life. They had their own little kind of a right-wing The View back in the day. They was on there chatting, and here's the conversation.
When we inevitably get dragged into this war, when we inevitably end up spending tens of billions, if not hundreds of billions, if not $1 trillion, depending on how long that war with Iran lasts.
Yeah, more than $1 trillion. Already $1 trillion, I'm guessing right now. After a weekend, already $1 trillion. So it could be multiple trillions.
Will you guys come back on this show and at least admit I was right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Conversely, though,
a second.
if
What's
it
the question?
ends
Say it again.
within 6 months, Iran is defanged and the Abraham Accords are expanded, will you admit that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, it didn't, though. 6 months later, we invaded them, spent $1 trillion. So you guys were wrong. Apologize to Anna Asparagus.
Yeah, of course. What I'm saying is
see.
that Trump is not going to allow himself to be dragged in. I just don't think
I
it's
hope
a
not.
possibility. You have way too much. Look, I don't have that much faith in any politician.
I'm not saying,
but
you know
look at
that
his
I'm not
first
MAGA.
term, though.
There's no way he's going to let himself be pushed around by anybody, including
The final thing I'll say about this, and then we can move on, is we currently have a United States Congress that's nickel and diming the fuck out of Americans by focusing on cuts to Medicaid, SNAP benefits. In the meantime, we are sending tens of billions of dollars to Israel so they can fight their wars.
I would much rather defend Israel than defend Iran.
By the way, and it's not just defending Iran. You go on X and you see a lot of people on the right, conservatives, who also completely agree with Anna. They don't want to see American lives taken. They don't want to spend trillions of dollars on another war.
Well, nobody does.
So then what's your point? Let's say, okay, so China and Russia are now saying that they will back Iran. What are we to do then if we get in that position, Adam, where they're saying, okay, now American men on the front line, are you pro-America or are you pro-Israel?
Pro-Israel. I can already tell you that right now. He'll make some excuse how being pro-American is pro-Israel, about how America has to die for Israel. They always fucking do. And as always, folks, there's really only one person's opinion I care about this whole thing. And that is Valentina Gomez. The love of my life, Valentina Gomez. Oh my God. Let's check in and see what this brain genius has to say about this situation.
A Muslim just killed multiple Americans right here in Austin, Texas, just 2 days before my election, and he also wanted to kill me. I was very clear when I told you that for me, this is just an election, but for you and your family, this is your life. So you either vote me into Congress on Tuesday, March 3rd, or get ready to be raped or murdered by a Muslim that will fulfill the jihad.
That's right, everybody. You better elect her into Congress, or they're going to have Muslims rape you. Oh my God, she's so hot. Her mouth. I just love it, folks. Please, folks, immediately go. Run to the polls and elect this woman so I can stare at her every goddamn day. Call me. And all right, folks, that is my war coverage for this evening. Hell yeah. I'm way past halftime. We did an hour and 40 minutes on the war already. But we still got a little bit of show left. We still got some Chud Watch coming up. Still got a little bit of the economy to cover. Still got some religious bullshit. A couple Beyond Parodies to send you guys off on a happy note. But first, please forgive me while I do a very, very quick commercial. Hey, my name is Dusty, and I'm an independent journalist. I basically do a show for free on the internet. You're watching it right now. But I don't let no ads on the show because I don't trust what they're going to sell you. I don't let anybody sponsor me because I don't want to take money from anybody to sell you shit. I just want to make free content and put it out there. And if you guys enjoy it and appreciate what I do, please consider supporting me so I can stay in business. As a bonus, you get access to all the after parties, which is the show after the show I do usually on Fridays. But I have an animal sanctuary. So if you like what I do, please help me out. If you click on the... Let's see, here it is. Oh, if you click on the drop down, free content and put it out there. Shut the fuck up. Ooh, nice voice, Dusty. Menu pops down. Very first link in the description of the video goes to my patreon.com/podcast. Could you please chip in a couple bucks? You probably won't even notice it off your credit card every month. It's only a couple bucks for you, but it all adds up, and it really helps me stay in business, helps me keep the show on. I do work hard on it, so if you like what I do, please help me out, folks. Don't let me go to business. I thank you in advance. And also... Patreon, great way to support the show's Patreon over there. You can aim your camera phone at that. It'll go. Aim your camera phone. It'll pop up a link. You push it. It'll open up your browser and it'll hit my Patreon. It's cool. It's like magic. Also over here, you have PayPal. PayPal, great way to support the show. I'm going to read all the PayPals at the very end of the show. Going to read all the PayPals. So kick in a few bucks on the PayPal or Patreon if you can. Thank you in advance. I love you. And all right, let's read the super chats. Get that taken care of. I'm also going to read the Cash Apps. I saw somebody earlier say they sent me Cash App. End of the show, Cash Apps. I got you. Thank you. $ cultofdusty Cash App. First off, on the nights, super chats is BBC. Fuck yeah, BBC gonna come hang out with me on my birthday. Woo woo, can't wait. 10 tickets. Hey, if you got a ticket, please give BBC your love. And I'm working on the after party. Maybe Wednesday, probably Friday. I have a little bit done, but I'm working on it. So give BBC your love. And thank you, BBC. Rebecca Boys, woo! Gotta read you sexy. Needless to say, hate this timeline. Love the show. Behind and watching. Looking forward to catching up. I look forward to catching up with you. Rebecca Poise, I appreciate you. Always supporting the show, even if you ain't caught up yet. That's hero shit. Everybody love Rebecca. Peace sauce, no? Peter. Dust Buddy. Woo! Hell yeah. Thank you, Peter. That's the way to do it. $2.99 a month. Get customized emojis from the chat with. It's the Epstein War. Hell yeah. I already showed the meme. The dead on, comrade. Good to see you tonight. Star Wart. I've been watching all this stuff too. Some people are gleeful about this stuff. It's sad. Yeah, psychopaths, right? The worst among us. Terrorists. Sadists. Demons. Alex Lopez, people, please delete your OpenAI's ChatGPT. Fuck yeah. Hey, we're going to get to that. I'm going to shit all over ChatGPT in the Chud Watch section. You're getting a little bit ahead of me, but yeah. that little Claude, it's way better. Although Claude does sort of do some stuff for the military, so we're a little bit hypocrites. And also, Google way in both the military, and I ain't shit on them. Not even close to as hard as I'm gonna shit on fucking ChatGPT. So am I a hypocrite? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, love you, Alex. Thank you for bringing that up. Star Wart, $5. Love you, Dusty. Thanks for all your years. 20 years coming up on 20 years in this game. One of the most old school YouTubers still in fucking business. Thank you for supporting it, Star. And Jeff, not pro-war, but Iran is a terror state that has attacked America and the UK. Why should we allow them to build it? No! God, you stupid motherfucker. First of all, why is it our business if another country wants to pursue nuclear technology? Why do we let Israel do it?
We don't have the fucking moral authority to fucking do that. Secondly, Iran is no fucking threat to us. Maybe the terrorist cells that come over and kill Americans because we're interfering in the Middle East. But mostly this is for Israel, which you fucking know. But hey, I'll take your $5 and spread your diarrhea and slap it down like the stupid ass bitch you fucking are. Wings of Shoe! Epic Fury sounds like a Warcraft skill name. Yeah, cringe as fuck. Reminds me of that Kung Fury 2 movie that they were supposed to release but never did because they got sued. Cringe. And you can criticize the war and still root for America. The troops were victims of neocons. Nope. Hey, if you're at the table with 11 Nazis, there are 12 Nazis at the table. I don't give a fuck, okay? If you're part of a terrorist organization that's involved in bombing of children, fuck you. I don't have to fucking support the troops if you're doing that. Hell no, I don't. Miss me with that shit. The troops were victims. Oh my God. I had no idea that I was working for a pedophile. Yes, you do. You all fucking know. And you don't give a shit because you're getting those benefits and you're getting that check. You're getting that government subsidized fucking housing at the military base. Shut the fuck up. Nobody believes you. You know exactly what the fuck you're doing and you don't give a shit. And Swaggering Cat, $20. The Pharaoh send their regards. As always, scritches to you and yours. Love you, Swaggering. JB, cat food for all. Woo-woo. Can you possibly bring back Commie Potato? Man, I was so worried they're going to ban my show over Commie Potato. I'll have to download, I think it was Snapchat from Instagram to do Commie Potato. Maybe I'll bring that back eventually. Thank you, JB. One ticket from Gringos. Fuck yeah, Gringos, you rock. And Sanan Pawine, $2. Hey, 2 and 2. Thank you, Sanan Pawine. Appreciate you. And all right, folks. More super chats, please. Going to read all the rest of the super chats and the PayPals and everything at the end of the show, and also the Cash App. So get them in early, get them in often. But let's keep the show rolling on. Gonna hit you guys a little bit of Chud Watch. Fuck yeah. Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talking about Chuds and make fun of them. Yeah, I don't give a goddamn if you got conned into becoming a part of a terrorist organization or not. If you're a part of that, fuck you. I'm sure there are like cops out there who think they're doing a good job. Fuck them too. And starting off on tonight's Chud Watch, looks like the motherfucker's dying. A boy can dream. Apparently Trump got this big ass fucking rash on his neck. Probably just psoriasis or some shit like that. But I hope he's suffering in pain. Fingers fucking crossed. Meanwhile, endless money for them folks, apparently. Kristi Noem about to spend $300 million more on a luxury jet fleet. I covered this the last show where her and her boyfriend that she's having an affair with bought a sex jet, a luxury sex jet with a big sex bed in it. I guess that's not enough, folks. They need a fleet of sex jets so they can just fuck all over the place in our time. Man, they're like fat kids in a candy store. They cannot believe you guys elected them. They're like, really? We can just eat whatever we want to, but we're fat as fuck. Oh, well, and they're just shoving their faces full of everything. Like I said, I guess somebody decided to up the timeline on the bankruptcy of America. So it's crazy to watch, folks. But hey, no money for your kids, no money for your health care, education, nothing but sex jets for everybody if you're working for Trump and you murder your puppies. Meanwhile, let's check with the economy and see how that's going. Apparently, they're about to cut more hospitals because why not? In Northeast Georgia, a hospital closed its maternity ward. In rural New Hampshire, a community health center shuttered. And in Iowa, a Des Moines hospital system laid off dozens of employees and closed a clinic. But yes, we have $1 trillion to spend on war in a weekend. Going to spend probably a couple of $1 trillion more. Just endless fucking money for all this. But hey, nothing for us, folks. We don't deserve it. If you're poor, die quickly and shut the fuck up. That's what you voted for, America, I guess. Speaking of which, Cash Patel spending so much of our money for his girlfriend. Apparently, he has assigned full-time SWAT escort for his little honeypot girlfriend, who is a wannabe fake country singer. SWAT teams are chiefly trained to arrest violent criminals, but Mr. Patel's demand that rotating SWAT teams provide his girlfriend with security for singing appearances, personal engagements, and errands is unprecedented in the FBI. But why not, folks? They literally have an infinite money glitch. Nothing more lucrative than conning the American taxpayers into voting for you. And so just endless corruption, endless siphoning of our tax dollars, endless bleeding of America. And hey, fuck it. Bleed us faster. That's what we deserve. Speaking of which, another example of them abusing us and making us pay for it. New York City paid $117 million in a single year to settle misconduct suits last year. Man, I hope Mom Donnie does something about this. I won't hold my fucking breath, but still, what an insane system. There's no reason whatsoever that they stop abusing you because they're not held responsible for what they do. Beat the fucking shit out of you, and they take your tax dollars and they pay it off, folks. Now, of course, the system should be completely different. It should be where cops have to have like insurance or some shit, like a doctor does. And then if you beat somebody, it comes out of your insurance. And then if you're such a risk, you can no longer get insurance, you're fired, right? But that'll never happen, folks. Endless fools in this fucking country pay to be abused. And speaking of which, Florida advanced a bill to label groups as domestic terrorist organizations. Don't have to be convicted of any crime. Don't even have to be charged with any crime. They can just say you're a terrorist organization. They can debank you. They can starve you. Put eyes on you. Spy on you, whatever it fucking takes. And we know who they're going to use this against. We know they're not actually going to use this against people that deserve it, like white supremacy groups or Israel. No, it's going to be used against Antifa, which is literally anybody on the left they say it is. This is what they need all those concentration camps, folks. It's coming. And this billboard out in Texas, folks. James Wood, former actor. Also, I think he's kind of a pedophile. Didn't the girl from True Blood say that when she was 16, he tried to have sex with her? Anyway, just a reminder to my friends in Texas, March 3rd, 2026, last day to save Texas, folks. Last chance. Save Texas. Last chance to save it, folks. Only, you have to ask, why does Texas need saving after 23 years uninterrupted, unified, trifecta Republican rule? They've literally owned every branch of government for 23 years. Who you saving it from? It don't make any sense, but nothing does when you're dealing with the dumbest motherfuckers to ever exist. They're a caveman smarter than this, y'all. Meanwhile, this is from Eddie Hassan. Laura Loomer. This actually should be in the Beyond parody, sort of, but just showing you, they have no self-awareness whatsoever. So Laura Loomer says, there is a faction of the GOP that speaks like Nazis. Everyone can see it. It's honestly shocking to see how much social media and Islamic money has radicalized some of these people. Yeah! Hard to believe that some of those on the right talk like Nazis. And then after that, she posted Twitter that says, I've been so vindicated. Every day I am more vindicated. Now it's time to round up the Muslims before it's too late. How can you get any more Nazi than this, right? But their words don't fucking mean anything. And yes, the faction is you. You're the Nazi. The royal fluffer, blowjob mistress, Laura Loomer, one of the Nazis running our country right now. Then, did you guys see this? This is how done our country is. Now, over at the Department of Education, they're hanging up huge banners of Charlie Kirk, because why wouldn't they? Dude dropped out of community college. Dude was a podcaster. He wasn't even a good podcaster. Whenever Charlie Kirk would go up against anybody even slightly educated on the facts, he got his ass whipped. He got fucking destroyed every step of the way. But yeah, let's put this guy up on the Department of Education, because why fucking not? It's a clown country. And this is what we were talking about earlier during the super chats. I covered this in the last show. So one of the big AI companies, Anthropic, they refused to bend the knee to Pete Kegsbreth and the Department of War, who wanted to use their AI programs to spy on Americans and have autonomous drones decide who they want to murder. And Anthropic was like, nah, And so Pete Cagesbrith was like, we're going to blacklist you. And Donald Trump said, nobody use Anthropic anymore. You are banned from the government. Apparently, I read, though, the government did use Anthropic still to do the Iranian war because it's the best. So anyway, big ups to Anthropic, who said no amount of intimidation or punishment from the Department of War will change our position on mass domestic surveillance or fully autonomous weapons. We will challenge any supply chain risk designation in court. So good on you guys. Claude is the best. Like, if you want to creatively write, that's what I use to write my book with, to help me write my book with. I actually did a lot of the work myself, but I did help it to flesh it out some. And it's the best at programming. So I guess it's the best one. None of them are good. None of the American AI programs and companies are good, but I guess it's the best one. Meanwhile, fuck ChatGPT. Fuck OpenAI. So, Sam Altman is the guy that is the president of ChatGPT, OpenAI, and the dude is a fucking scumbag. Holy shit, he's a bottom feeder. First off, the main guy, the other main guy, I guess second in command over at ChatGPT, gave Donald Trump $25 million. ChatGPT themselves gave him millions. So then he came out first and he said he stands with Anthropic. He agrees that they shouldn't bend the knee to the Trump administration, to the military, that there should be rigorous security features that stop them from using the AI programs in this way. And they got Anthropic's back. A couple hours later, they turned around and they're like, hey, we just signed a deal with the military to do everything Anthropic said they wouldn't do. They actually lied about it, though. He claims that the deal they made with the government says that the government can't use their programs to spy on the American people and also make autonomous drones. But that doesn't make any sense because that's exactly what Anthropic disagreed with, said they weren't going to do, and they got blacklisted. So that's clearly not what you agreed with. But he turned around. Tonight, we reached an agreement with the Department of War to deploy our models in their classified networks. In all our interactions, the DOW displayed a deep respect for safety. Fuck this company, y'all. And as the reader comment points out, government officials have contradicted Sam's claim, saying OpenAI will allow the Department of War to use their models for all lawful purposes. This could allow for use of Anthropic's refuse to engage in, namely mass surveillance tools and weapon systems. So I wasn't paying ChatGPT. I haven't had a subscription in a while because I've been off of their nuts for a long time. But folks, do not pay these people. Now, you can still use their service for free because they're losing like billions and billions of dollars. And the best way to bankrupt them quicker is to use their shit for free. But do not pay them, please. I beg you. If you have a OpenAI subscription, cancel that shit. They want me to lie to them because they just got like $150 billion in new investments and whatnot. But it sends them a clearer message, right? Hopefully they're fucking listening. I don't know. Probably not. And big ups to Katy Perry. I can't believe I'm doing this. I thought Katy Perry was a piece of shit because she bought a cyber truck. But I guess she been dating Canada Bay Justin Trudeau. And he's rubbing off on her. So she posted, Done! I got me a fucking account with Anthropic. That'll fucking show ChatGPT. And you go, Katy Perry. Hell yeah. Apparently she's an astronaut too. One more on Chud Watch tonight. Oh yeah. So this was about earlier, folks, about Ian Miles Chong being one of the main moderators on Reddit for a long time. He actually got fired as a moderator on Reddit because they found out that he was taking money from companies in order to boost up their post and shit while deleting their competition. Pay for play scheme. But apparently also, and this is, you can look this up, folks, this is what they say. Ghislaine Maxwell was the first Redditor to 1 million subscribers and was one of the main people in charge of spreading the anti-SJW movement over there on the Reddit. And apparently was working hand in hand with Ian Miles Chong. Apparently this was all just a conspiracy until it was kind of admitted by Ian Miles Chong here. Nazi Jake Shields, who gets punched in the head for a living, says, Ian, how was working with Ghislaine Maxwell at Reddit? And this is literally the worst flex of all time. Ian Miles Chong says, at least I'm important enough for her to want to associate with. You never will be. Yeah, hey, at least I'm cool enough for pedophiles to hang out with. You'll never be cool enough for pedophilia, says Ian Miles Chong, now living in Dubai. So the worst people you know, that's who conservative influencers are. But you already knew that. And that is my Chud Watch for this evening, folks. Astronaut. She is an astronaut, right? I think she fucked Kanye when he was an alien. I don't know. That's what the music video said. All right. I got a religious bullshit coming up, and then like 3 beyond parody. So last chance to get your super chats in. If you want to help out the world's greatest show, do it to it. But for now, you guys are never going to believe what happened. It's religious bullshit. What happened to my religious bullshit? What happened to it? Oh, it's lagging, motherfucker. Lagging! Religious bullshit. What? Religious bullshit. What? Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It is time for religious bullshit. Folks! You're never going to believe this. They finally caught one. And as we've already established on previous shows, Christian school teachers are just youth pastors with extra steps. So I'll allow it. This time, it was a youth pastor. Christian school teacher busted on child porn charges. A now former 6th grade teacher at Vandalia Christian School, a private Christian school in Guilford County, was arrested Friday on 10 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of minors. Richard Lynn Upright, 56, distributed sexually explicit material involving minors, some of which included manipulated images of students. Court documents show. Gross! I just automatically assume all Christian teachers are pedophiles. I don't know. Better safe than sorry. And of course, there are a lot of Christians who are trying to shill for the Iranian war, y'all. They believe it's time for Jesus to return. And for Jesus to return, there has to be the battle at Armageddon, where there's a massive third world war, where all the entire world teams up against Israel, and then Jesus has to come back to save them because Jesus is a fucking drama queen. He loves the fucking pageantry. He made a big fucking script for himself where he can come in and be the fucking big hero because he's a dick. Anyway, this is real, folks. This is video mega church pastor John Hagee played before his sermon on Sunday.
A headline that shook the world.
Join you right now with breaking news from the Middle East. Israel has launched preemptive airstrikes against the Islamic Republic of Iran.
The United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
Sirens are wailing, and prophecies written thousands of years ago are stepping onto the world stage. Explosions over Tehran, retaliatory strikes, nations choosing sides, and the world asks, is this just another war? History is not random. Empires will rise, empires will fall, but the word of God will stand forever. Iran, Israel, America, where are we in the unfolding plan of God?
And the Bible says, when you see these signs, lift up your heads and rejoice. Your redemption draweth nigh.
Yeah, I'm clapping for it. Literally putting out war propaganda before church. But this is modern Christianity for you folks. So unlike Christ, they are. And this one, during a sermon yesterday, mega church pastor Greg Laurie said this.
We know that Persia, modern Iran, plays a role in the end time scenario.
It does not.
Because the Bible does say a large force.
I mean, it's possible they destroy the entire planet, so you might be right.
To the north of Israel will march on her, known as Magog, and one of her allies will be Persia. Where does this fit in? I don't know. We'll see. It'll all play out in God's perfect timing. But I can say this. When we see this kind of activity in that part of the world, it reminds me of the words of Jesus who said, when you see these things begin to happen, look up because your redemption is drawing near.
What about turn the other cheek, love your enemy, welcome your neighbor, all of that? None of that? Okay, nope.
As far as I can see, the next event on the prophetic calendar will be the rapture of the church.
Oh, goody. Hurry! Hurry! Where you at?
That, of course, is a controversial topic to some. It's not controversial to me. I don't think it's controversial to us. But when that event happens, all of the prophetic things that are going to take place are like dominoes closely stacked to each other. And once the first domino falls, the others will fall. The emergence of the Antichrist.
Why is he going through all this trouble?
Period,
Why?
The Battle
What is the purpose of
Armageddon,
this?
The second coming, the millennial reign of Christ, heaven and earth become one, and somewhere in that prophetic scenario is the invasion of Magog with her ally Persia. So it's all going to be happening in God's timing. But the one event that can happen at any moment is when the Lord comes forward.
Much like Christians, God is very slow. God damn it, Jesus. Come on back now. You hear? Meanwhile, during a sermon at this megachurch, Pastor Jack Hibbs said this.
Let me tell you something right now. You want to have Democrats removed from the face of the earth? Bring over some Iranians right now.
I got to stop and laugh. You want to have your fellow Democrats, your fellow Americans eradicated from the face of the earth? And of course, all the Christians, the honest, yeah, woo, kill them all. Death to Democrats. Bleed them dry. Just what the fuck, Christians? Holy shit, dude. Anyway.
Let me tell you something right now. You want to have Democrats removed from the face of the earth?
No.
Bring over some Iranians right now.
Okay.
And they would take care of the Democrats.
Woo! Yeah, for terrorism, baby. Let's just shit on Muslims and Democrats at the same time. Yeah. Even though it's Christians that's going to get us all killed, right? You guys are the ones trying to make World War III happen, Armageddon happen, right? You're trying to make Jesus come back. So I don't really fear Muslims as bad as I've heard Christians at the moment. And then this Sunday, Transformation Church Pastor Mike Todd paired a white tank with a $7,650 Louis Vuitton leather jacket. Imagine paying this much money to look this fucking stupid. Holy God, it must be nice, man. Endless money for Christianity, endless money for wars, endless money for con men, murderers, and grifters in this trash fucking society. Imagine seeing this guy in this ugly $8,000 suit and giving him more fucking money, but good. Give him all your money, idiots. Less money for your stupid children. And last but not least, on religious bullshit, let's check in with Christian MILFs and see what they're up to.
We are making an open tomb Easter cake. Bake a chocolate cake and add icing. Cut a bundt cake in half to make the open tomb. I did a snickerdoodle for the stone that rolled away. And then finish it off with any decoration.
Damn, man. I just want to say I'd like to open your tomb. What? Come on. Come on. It wouldn't take 3 days for me to get resurrected. What? Nice. And that is my religious bullshit for this evening. Hell yeah. And all right, folks, last chance to get your super chats, last chance to get your PayPals in. I got one more section and we going to get the fuck out of here. Another excellent program of the world's greatest show. But for now, prepare to be finished off with a happy ending. It's time for Beyond Parody. Did you guys hear about the Trump supporter who let his wife do the math on his gas station and went bankrupt?
There is a gas station in Texas that lowered its gas below $2, and they did the math wrong. Now, the owner of this gas station is a huge MAGA. Huge MAGA. He was losing money on his gas. That's how much he wanted to support Taco. And they did the math wrong. He thought it would cost him like $4,000 or $5,000. $300,000. Now he has to file for bankruptcy.
Nice.
$300,000. He was losing so much money on gas because he could claim that he had gas below $2 a gallon that it's now bankrupt him because his accountant, who's his wife, did the math wrong, and it's cost him over $300,000.
Wow! I don't know if that's true, but I want to believe it. Therefore, I do. Hell yeah, yes, basically them. Ring the bell on the limbs and dying. Hey, Grok, is this true? Listen what Grok says. The video is real TikTok clip from Best of Jack showing a man at a cap claiming, is it real though, Grok? No name, station address. Oh, fuck you, Grok. Oh, you have little faith. Meanwhile, did you guys see the governor of Texas tweeted a video from a video game and pretended it was from the Iran conflict? An Iranian plane versus a U.S. ship. I can watch this all day. And he's like, bye-bye, bye-bye. Literally, it's like, what is it, Game of Wars, whatever the fuck it is. Video game bullshit. But, of course, our elected officials can't be trusted to know the fucking difference anymore. We're run by the dumbest people. Boomers don't know video games from real life anymore. Call of Duty, that's what I was thinking of. Game of War, whatever, Call of Duty. You're dumb. And what else? Anything? One more. I got one more to finish you guys off with. How is this real life? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the perfect example of a dying empire. Apparently, Melania Trump was representing the United States at the UN Security Council today. Let's check that out and see how it went.
With the Rule 39
With
of
the
the Council's Provisional Rules of Procedure, I invite Ms. Rosemary DiCarlo, Under-Secretary General of Political and Peace-Building Affairs, to participate in this meeting. It is so decided. The Security Council will now begin its consideration of item 2 of the agenda. I now give the floor to Ms. Rosemary DiCarlo.
Housekeeping? What the fuck? It's so crazy. What is her title? Why is she representing us? It doesn't even matter. Barely speaks English. The exact type of person that MAGA usually hates. But hey, Trump's prostitute wife, so they love her. What you gonna do? And that is my show. We did it. That's my Beyond Parody. That's my fucking show. And hey, before you bail out, do me a favor, folks. Please hit the like button. If you don't hang around, hear me read the super chats, go to my Patreon. Kick in a few bucks. Help me stay in business. Feed my cats. Thank you in advance. I love you. Great way to do it. And all right. PayPal.com. I'm going to read all the PayPals. .com. Yes, go. No! Go to the fucking... God damn it, it's typing everything I say. All right, shut the fuck up. PayPal.com. You got to be quiet for a second so it can type it and then go to it. All right, fine, computer. And first off, cats, I got you. It's coming. Trust me. Don't hit the thing. It's coming. I promise. It's coming. All right. First off, on tonight's super chats, let's see if we got anything pop up. Nothing? Did anything pop up at the end? I prophesized all the boys for the past year, boys. Hell yeah. I'm prophesying all this shit. Wish we could make money like those prophets. PRFITS. One ticket from Green Ghost. Thank you, Green Ghost. You rock. Cat food for all. Can you possibly bring that? All right, I read that. Nothing else popped up. All right. See how I did on PayPal. Anybody see many PayPals? So slow, Peter Thill's PayPal. Jamie Nelson sent me $25 a couple days ago. Nothing tonight. Okay, it was today. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jamie. And I paid $240 to Chris. Chris, our editor. Thank you. You guys should go to the short section. Give all these shorts that Chris puts out. He puts out like 10 different shorts out of every show. So go support that shit. I paid my water bill. It was $100 a month. You guys need to know that. Janelle Friesen gave me $21. Thank you, Janelle. I appreciate it. Veri Barbosa gave me $20. That was last week. All right, hell yeah. And let's check the Cashapp, folks. Cashapp is $, not Helpful Cat, $, Cult of Dusty on the Cashapp. Great way to support the show, too. Thank you in advance. And got a few new Cash Apps. First off, it's all loading. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. All right. Jeremiah Turner sent me $1. Thank you, Jeremiah. Appreciate you. Jeremiah Turner sent me another $1. Thank you, Jeremiah. Appreciate you. And I got 20 last week from Alan Thomas. I got $2 from Jeremiah Turner last week. Thank you, Jeremiah. Stacey Ellis. This is back in February 9th. This is a while back. $200. I think I read that already. But thank you, Stacey. You fucking rock. And all right, folks. Appreciate you. Do me a favor, please leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, hit the bell. It might notify you. It probably don't, but it's possible. Hey, I got another one. War sucks. I know, right? It never changes. Thank you. At the buzzer, MJ, appreciate you. And all right, folks, I got to get the fuck out of here. But before I go, let's do a quick kitty party. I'm going to play. I thought I had a song loaded up. What happened to that fucking song I loaded up, motherfucker? I had fucking religious bullshit. Oh, well, I guess you guys don't fucking need to hear religious bullshit. Let's just play something. I'll tell you what I'm going to play. One of my favorite songs I put out, guys, I didn't really make a real video for it. I made like a fake video for it. But just in case, my song about how it feels to lose someone or be in a situation where somebody you love is actually very sick and you feel helpless. Like there's no higher power you can reach out to because you're an atheist and you don't believe in that, but you just are so desperate to want to have power over the situation in any way that you'll pray even though you don't believe. So here's my song, Just in Case. Fuck yeah, available on my channel. And all right, let's do the fucking kitty party. Move. I'm gonna get it. You guys gotta move out of the way. Here we go. We're doing it all. It's all happening.
Traded dreams for overtime. The overtime for pills. Sat through sermons preaching faith while the preacher cashes bills. Your jacket's hanging in the closet like a ghost that won't let go.
Thank you, Pixel Pusher. Good night, everybody.
And I'm dialing heaven's customer service. I'm still on hope. I'm praying to a God I don't believe in, just in case. If heaven's got a refund window, I'll demand a saving grace. Mama said, just remember those who taught you how to pray. But I'm praying to a God I don't believe in, just in case. Wall Street's built on broken backs and hope's a thin veneer. The billboard says believe, but faith just marketed fear.
Love you guys. Wednesday. See you Wednesday.
Still by the threshold, dusty from the fights you'd win. And I'm lighting candles for your ghost while the world burns within. I'm praying to a God I don't believe in, just in case. If heaven's got a refund window, I'll demand a saving grace. Mama said, just remember those who taught you how to pray. But I'm praying to a God I don't believe in, just in case. If the saints are just a sales pitch and the prayers are just a call, then I'll press redial on the silence, even if the voice won't fall. Because what's a hell of a life if you never risk the grace you fake? I'll walk the wire of my disbelief for the mercy that I'll take. I'm praying to a God I don't believe in, just in case. If heaven's got a refund window, I'll demand a saving grace.